I I almost didn't turn my mic on, uh, which is about seven. No, that's about 25% of the time. About 50% of the time, I don't turn any mics on. Uh, Hi, welcome to Roleplay Give. We are a virtual tabletop gaming community. Actually, I think we're just a tabletop gaming community because we play at tables, we play offline, we play online, we do all kinds of stuff. We game. That's what we do. And we are
We play
playing.
with rods.
Well, really, I think it's been established for this game. Only one of us plays with the rod. Uh, I don't know that anybody else.
Unless he's gone, and then the rest of us get to play with it.
Also true, but because of the way player characters and players work, that gets awkward real quick. It's awkward when we started. All right. In any case, we are playing against the Giants. We have started this campaign in Saltmarsh, ran the entire Saltmarsh book except for one module, and are now into the second module of the Against the Giants trilogy, all tied together. Slow burn through Saltmarsh, but now we're very clearly uh, aware that we are dealing with the Spider Queen's machinations to not return, oh, I guess return to Earth in the Greyhawk world. Um, One of the more, I guess, confusing slash intriguing parts of Loth's machinations is that there are 8 threads of Loth on Earth that have to be joined in order. Well, they just have to be joined, as I think all of is all you guys know at this point. I don't want to overshare. Um, and right now, I believe there are 5 present with the party, and they know there's one more in this room. This party, though, is not a cohesive unit. 5 of them know what they want to do with these. Well, they know partially what they want to do. They want to have them all because they are trying to prevent bad things. It does look like Dusty has a light bulb in her mouth. Uh,
Sorry.
uh, but uh, the they know that what they want to do with it. They are not certain of the person that they ran into in this cave uh, just roughly 20 minutes ago. What that person wants to do with the thread he is carrying. They don't know him very well, but they know his twin sister very well since he was a companion, a boon companion of this group at the beginning. They know a little bit that the two of them share sort of a belief, but also sort of an ability to maintain and also a responsibility to maintain balance in the world with goodness and badness. Goodness and badness, goodness and evil. And you're naughty. Um, but the but the other than that, they're not certain, and he has made it clear he does not necessarily, at least at this point, intend to give up the thread he is wearing, nor is he intending. I muted and I realized I was talking in the middle of it because I'm like, oh, Dusty's in here saying stuff. I better mute. And I'm like, no, I'm talking.
Sorry. Sorry. Dealing with kids.
um, so uh, lots of confusion. I got used to the benefits of sitting at a table and just being able to talk like a normal human without worrying about all of the microphones and everything. Um, so uh, they are a little. I lost my thread. I have no idea what the hell I was talking about. Uh, but
We know
Most
base.
of
that
us are
Ong,
wearing one.
we know that the siblings have some sort of special ability to
Okay.
do something. That's what you were saying, and then you muted
Evilness,
yourself.
naughtiness, all of that stuff that you were
There's a
talking about there.
there's a good and bad balance that Ong and Korra represent, and the two of them. Uh, it's really nice that when Adam blinks out, like he's right in the same position no matter what. That works out perfectly. Um, okay. Uh, so, uh, I guess that's enough exposition. They fought some dragons. They fought some frost giants. They'd really like a rest, but they have been sort of conversing, hanging out for a little bit, and it is time for a potential random encounter. So I will need somebody to roll a d10 to determine whether or not something wicked this way comes.
Not it.
Not it.
I'll do it. I can do it.
Do
You
Okay.
want me to do it?
Yay!
It'll be
Roll one.
really bad, but I'll do it.
Just don't
It's
roll
an
one.
8. It's
You
an
did
8.
it.
That means we're
You
going to
did
be
it.
killed by 8 dragons.
No, it means absolutely nothing happens, and you guys are standing in a hallway. So, I need to see, need to see what you guys see. Okay, now one of the things that you had discovered because of this area right here is that certain hallways are blocked off by boulders that are very difficult to determine. They act sort of like secret doors. So the hallways in front of you may not be the only choices you have. You have learned that. I will remind you since it's been 2 weeks.
And this one right here was the one with the dragons, right? Or
Yep, yep.
white dragons.
Correct. The kept
And we did
dragons.
think we needed to go around, so we're looking to find a passage somewhere up here that takes us
Mm-hmm.
back around.
Yeah, if you remember, there was like a fork up here someplace.
And we also found that fake map
Right,
that we identified as being false.
Right.
right.
Was in the rubble there. Yeah.
Do we know which way On came from? Ang,
He-
Ong. Which way do you say it in this particular version? I'm just making sure which version we're doing.
I think you wanted it to be actual correct Airbender Aang, not shitty M. Night Shyamalan.
That's
Ang, and I keep
what
saying
I was making
Ang,
sure.
and I keep saying it, and that's wrong. It's Aang. Okay.
We are from the Midwest, and we will say "ang."
And also goodbye a lot for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because 3 more conversations have to happen when as soon as you say it's time to go.
That's right. At the door, usually with coats on and
Mhm.
sweating to death. Okay.
And Ope.
My son brought that up. I know I'm Midwestern because I say ope.
I say Ope too, and I always have, and I'm from Texas, so I don't know. I think it's spreading.
I think it is too. A lot of y'all happening in the
anybody have-
Midwest, though.
Ooh.
Does anybody have any idea why Vela rolled a perception check at the very end of the game?
No, you nailed it.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I feel like that'd be a good one to remember. Because I did real good. Real good, yeah.
Yeah, you did, but I don't remember what it was for. So
No, me neither.
we'll just
Okay, then.
We'll have to give it no never mind.
Well, okay then.
I
Yep.
didn't write anything down about it. I wonder if it was one of those things where you were trying to perceive something, rolled really well, and realized that, you were very certain that nothing was there or that you didn't hear anything or whatever. But yeah, I don't have anything written down.
Okay. Alas.
Yeah.
So you're all fully clothed in the winter weather. Some of you have axes.
So,
What do you want to do?
which way did Aang come from?
Oh, well, he had to have come the same way you came from, and basically he was on the east side of the wall on the upper level that you guys took the west route from. So he just got here a little bit ahead of you
Why was he running? But he ran into us running backwards.
because of the dragons.
Running away from the frost giants.
Dragons.
Okay.
Well, frost giants and dragons.
Mhm.
Yeah. You barely knew about the dragons.
I think we should go up past this dead fellow here and go up to the fork and see if we can get around.
Are you meaning
Or
to
I
we
don't
go
think
this,
the
or we
fork.
go this way.
I don't think the fork up there. I think we determined that this was the way from the other map.
So we could pull from here, maybe?
Yeah, that's the only route
I think
that
we need
really
to check the walls
explore.
in this whole area.
Ah, the walls. Okay.
And like in like the upper, like maybe even in the dragon area, they told us that the giants didn't come from there, but they could be lying.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really search for like secret doors, but we also know that there was a giant boulder rolled in front of this one. So maybe we look for giant boulders that look like they've been rolled.
Yeah. We do like the Wolfenstein style and go up
Yeah,
against all the walls.
we'll just go press space at every wall.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Whoever is doing the Wolfenstein run into the wall thing.
Oh man, we can't count last game's person.
Because I don't know what it was for. No, you cannot count last.
I think it was for that.
Oh, do
I think
you?
it was
Been
that.
doing that
It-
in that
Oh,
certain
wow.
area. Yeah.
I have these
Look at
notes,
that,
and
Elva.
I.
It doesn't matter. We don't have to call for it anymore. Elva
Oh,
nailed it.
nice.
My shield gives me advantage, and I got a
I was gonna say, didn't you have a shield? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, but if Robin tells me it was for a secret door, I'm gonna just say that's probably true.
No, but it was in that one specific
It-
area,
it-
like
it
right by the
was.
river, right? Because
Yeah.
it was one of those moments where it was like you rolled really great, but you didn't find anything. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Correct. All right.
I didn't know what you were looking for though, so I'll be honest with that because I didn't write down. Bela was looking for this and didn't find anything.
Okay. I'm just messing anyway. Okay.
Boulder.
Find the boulder. Come
So
on now.
you find the boulder. You have to move the boulder, and I think that, as I said before, the mechanics that they have said is you might not need it for strength, but you need it for stability. You have to have two people at any time trying to roll the boulder. I think the reason that mechanic is there is in case you're trying to escape. It takes two people out of a fight. I think because it seems sort of stupid. If you have a 20
I
strength.
couldn't figure out. My mouse just started going crazy, and I realized it's because I asked Max to bring it downstairs for me, and I was like, I can't touch anything.
Oh.
Goodness.
All right. So the boulder you have identified this boulder here as actually an entryway, but it is still blocking your way.
Well, if someone wants to help me, I'll try to move it.
Helpful I could be. Like I'm a furball, so lifting, pushing, dragging, I'm supposed to, be good at that, but my strength score sucks. So I would help you, but
Well,
maybe somebody else would be a better helper.
Thank you, Mary. That allows me to roll with advantage, so it really doesn't matter what your score is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's true.
I'll just throw my whole big body against this thing and see if it helps.
A 20 is what was required, and it is done. The boulder moves away, and you hear a what? As so you are not
I probably
surprised.
I probably ought to be
Sorry,
there.
wrong number.
I think as long as who has the something of warning, there's somebody that has a weapon.
Nubin.
as long
Nubin
as-
Yeah,
can't be
we're not
surprised.
surprised anyway.
Yeah.
And we can't be if we're with them.
You
I was
could
just
never
gonna
be
say,
surprised, but they're
as long
not
as we're within like
surprised.
30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So you're not surprised. Although, gosh, how does that work? I'll have to look at it later. Like, is it a big noise it makes? But
Watch out!
everybody is aware as Elva is pushing the stone away that there is an enemy on the other side because of Nubin's sword of alerting or Huffman's of alerting.
Myself up by Elva because that's where I was.
Something like that, yeah. You hear the sword go a little fart as it's nervous because it's going around the corner and knows there's bad guys there.
Oh, it's a scent warning. You just
Oh,
get a really
yeah.
bad smell.
No, it's not an SPD or anything like that. It's just it's full blown like fart noise.
It smells like
Oh.
someone had too much eggs.
Aw.
Yikes.
Oh,
All right.
tossing a line. That would be Winston anyway, not me.
You're an egg fart sword.
I appreciate that. Egg farts is the line for you, Tony.
When you
Like
slap
of all the
eggs.
things that we could do to cross a line, egg farts is crossing the line.
If you will highlight your tokens, and you can either from your sheet hit the initiative button, which is kind of a pain in the tuchus, or you can right click on your token and click the swords over shield, and that will roll you in to initiative order. He is making a ruckus.
What's he
Did you
doing?
describe the ruckus?
He's yelling, "Alert! Alert! Alert!"
Oh no.
Those
that's
of
not
you
good.
who speak giant know that that's what he's doing.
He's bellowing a lot.
Yeah, he's alerting the others. I mean, bellowing alerts the others, but he's literally saying alert. So
Wow. Well, not subtle then.
no, not really.
Okay. So, uh, we have rolled into initiative. Merryweather is first. As the rock rolls away, Merryweather, you don't have to be. I mean, the rock is rolled away as initiative starts. You don't have to worry about that. You can take whatever combat action you would like to take.
Yeah, I get to start this out. Well, he's alerting the others. I don't feel like he's one for talking. I'm going to take out my longbow and try
You got
to
it.
shoot an arrow.
Oh, that will definitely hit. Yeah, for sure.
I thought so. There's 11 piercing. I'll try another attack, my second attack.
Definitely.
Okay.
He's a big
For
guy. Hard to hit with a arrow.
right.
Hard to
All
hit with
right, for
anything, honestly.
12
He's a big
more.
guy. All right.
And then I'll just kind of step over to the other side.
You got it.
Oh, and I'm not climbing anymore, so I'll take my elevation out. I'll try to clear that elevation thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Gotcha.
30 feet up in the air. I'm on the ground, so
Gotcha.
there.
All right.
So yeah, I'll step out of the way so others can get through.
All right.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Newbin, you're up next.
Ready? I will move 30 feet in this direction so that I can see what the hell's going on. And I've apparently run right past the place able to see. So I still have... Can't get past the wall here, Paul. Can you give me a hand?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
The crack isn't big enough. I'd like to be there just so I can see what's in this room.
What kind of wall is that? Okay, it should be gone now. You guys should all be able to move around the rock now.
Okay. So I'm going to move...
Just bear in mind that that rock is moved, so it's gone, right? Yeah. So that's an opening. Move as normal.
Okay. So I came in here, and I'm going to start with the bow, because my hand bow, because, well, he's still far away, and I want to attack.
Okay. $17 will hit for sure. Actually, not for sure, but yeah, you did hit. Oh, I can click on the die and make it re-roll or bounce. That's fun.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cheating.
It doesn't re-roll though. It's just okay. Your crit, like
That was a 30 hit.
Well, it's a crit.
I don't think
Wow.
I've ever rolled a
always hit.
30 before. That's awesome.
All right, so you did 13 with the first. Now roll and make sure you hit the crit button when you roll the damage.
Wow, that is terrible.
You rolled 2 2s. You did
Terrible.
more damage with your non-crit.
So I think yeah, I think I'm going to stay there
Okay.
for now. I'm good.
You got it. All right. Frost Giant is just bellowing. It didn't expect the fury and quickness of these attacks because he rolled a 7 for initiative. Robes, you're up. Mary, you can hear
Muted.
he's still calling for help. So
Just
Oh,
shooting a
and-
bunch of stuff at him.
and Aang, yeah.
Robes, you're muted, or you were.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
There you
I was
go.
talking.
There you go. Okay, you
I
creeping
just
along the
scooched
side.
past Noob. And anyway, so I'll slip around past Noob. That's 30 feet there to the corner.
Gotcha.
And then I will bonus action Hexblade curse him. So he is cursed
That's the wrong
and
guy.
unconscious. I
Yeah.
killed him instantly.
I wish
And
they.
then I will, as an action, I will Eldritch Blast. So I'll just throw out 3 Eldritch Blast beams, I believe, at this level. Level 13 is 3, right?
Oh man, I think you're the highest
It
level
is 3.
warlock I've played with. So
Yeah, it goes to 2 at 5 and 3 at 11.
okay.
Okay. So I'll just throw all 3 beams out. Oof, that's not good.
14 will miss, 29 will hit, 22 will hit.
Okay, so these get +5 because of the curse.
Okay.
What was the base on this guy? Nope. Okay. So there's the first one. Whopping 7 damage. And here comes the second one. Another 7 damage. What's with the 2s tonight?
Yeah, you guys are hitting the 2s hard. It's like a bad game of cricket and darts. I closed the 2s. I closed the 2s. Okay.
And let me actually roll that feature so I don't forget that I used it.
So the 5 was because of the hexblade, so it was just 2s and the 5s.
Yeah,
was
I get 5 damage rolls.
Gotcha. Okay. Does that do Robespierre's turn?
Like, he looks pretty angry. Let's kill him before he makes too much noise.
Too
That's
late.
Vela, he's making a lot of noise, but Robespierre would like you to kill him before he makes more.
On it. I'm gonna come up here and bonus action hide.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay. What's your hide first?
Sorry.
Because if you don't beat his passive perception, you're not hidden. So.
Right.
But you feel pretty good. All
So
right.
that should be an advantage because you hit first.
Yeah, you had advantage, and you get sneak attack.
Oh, I'll roll one more just in case I have a.
Yeah, you might want to crit. Yeah. Well,
You get a couple 2s.
Nice.
All right.
Here comes a 2.
Here comes the 2.
Hold on, let me add my sneak attack. Hang on. I just want to make sure I do the right amount of dice. But I can't find sneak attack on my sheet, and I don't remember how many d6s.
It should show up as an option when you hit damage. There, sneak attack is a button.
I hit damage.
And it doesn't have sneak attack as a button. Okay, never mind.
You put
How
1d6 in the in that little bonus.
How many
field
levels of
there.
rogue do you have?
Oh, just 2.
So it's still 1d6.
Okay.
Yeah, type 1d6 for situational bonus, and it'll roll it for you.
Yep.
Ooh. That's what I was trying to find, was how many I had. I'm thinking I may have accidentally killed some beasts that I shouldn't have killed yesterday. Because I think I was rolling too many d6 for my.
Yesterday you should have been rolling 2, and you were.
Oh.
Because yesterday you were a 3rd level rogue.
Right.
Thanks. 12 piercing damage.
Got it. Okay. He appears to be about half the giant he used to be already within 3 seconds. All right. That was Vela's go. Ang, you are up.
Making sure I'm not muted, or I didn't mute myself. I'm going to approach 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to yell at the frost giant and whatever giantese. I mean, like, frost giant, I suggest you throw down your arms. At this point, you are outnumbered and outplayed. We're only here for an item. And I'm going to ready a dodge.
Okay. Interlopers will find no succor here. He's going to use the word succor.
We weren't looking for a sucker. It's a different one.
All right. And that is Ang's go. Elva, you are up.
I will use my bonus action to ignite my sword and move.
Got it. You're all lit up.
Up to here. And will Ready in action to attack, I suppose.
Okay. It's his go. Then at this point, and he's gonna throw a rock at Nubin.
Oh shit! Mistakes were made.
Aw.
I just love the Giants attack. Great axe or rock.
However, he is throwing a rock. Emphasis on throwing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to figure out how to do this shit.
Here we go.
Oh, are you gonna catch his rock and throw it back at him? Oh man, that's so
Unlikely
funny.
to be able to throw it back, but
14 hit.
well, and if he
and
misses,
it misses,
you,
it doesn't
you don't get to
do anything, right? And I think I missed you. 14.
Yeah, totally.
What a shit roll. Yeah, I rolled a 5. Okay. and like, here's the thing with these frost giants. Oh, they have multi-attack. Okay. But only if I use the great axe. So he's gonna throw the rock and go, motherfuckers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Talking is an action. You can't do that.
It's an action if you engage in an attempt with it and you talk a lot. Let's see. What's his move? 40. Okay.
but he also has to feel shame as an action from running away from us.
He does, but at this point, his friends roll into the initiative.
But he has an action surge specifically for feeling shame.
I don't know that that's true. Man, this dungeon was designed so badly because moving these giants through here. If I were playing it,
It is. It's so ridiculous. They're squeezing everywhere.
It's absurd. This is just dumb. Okay.
I can't imagine the giants would live somewhere that they
No.
have to squeeze.
Why?
through every
Why would
corridor.
they do this? Anyway. All right. So I'll roll this guy in. Let's see. He's in. And these guys are all in. Let's see.
Oh, that's a lot of things that just showed up on the tracker.
Yeah. Where's that roll all NPCs? There we go. Cool. All right. So, why has he got it? This guy's got his. How do you have a 0?
I think he's negative. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
I'm,
negative dexterity or something.
Yeah, he's got a negative. Yep.
I'm updating that to 1 just because that's ridiculous. Update.
No,
Okay.
I think 0
Holy
is
shit.
perfectly fine. I
Okay.
mean,
All right. So then we go to this guy. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. He can't go. That guy can't go because of the dungeon fucking design. It's doesn't have enough. Oh, but if I dash, he can. Hold on, he's gonna dash. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
You still can't.
Oh my god!
It was an attempt to be dash cunning, though.
It was. All right, I think this guy can make it. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That guy can get out. Then this guy. I can't tell which one you are. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. He can dash to here. That doesn't mean anything to you guys. Sorry for the dumb. Okay. Fine. He can just go there. That's all he can do. All right. That brings us back to Mary.
all right. Let's see. And is the boulder like out of the way? Are those
Yes,
stairs
you
open?
guys rolled it open, so that is open square. If you should be able to move through it, I don't think there's a wall like a mechanical wall there.
Okay, I'm just going to stand
Yep,
where it
perfect.
is and
Okay.
shoot some arrows at the closest enemy. So that'll be the ogre.
It is an
coming.
ogre. Yep.
Yeah.
Mary, I'm picturing you standing right behind me and shooting your bow up over my head, using me as a meat shield right now. I'm
Huh.
just
I mean, I can shoot over your head without hitting anything important. Here we go. 21 hit ogre? Yeah.
Ogre, pretty sure. I haven't
Okay.
looked
I
yet.
don't
Oh yeah,
know.
for sure.
Okay.
No, I haven't looked yet. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
pretty sure.
And then I will
9.
do a
Okay.
second attack.
Ooh, I'm not in Hordebreaker with you for this one.
Nope. Nothing's close enough for Hordebreaker, but
Okay.
I'll hit twice for 16. And then I'm just going to go back to where I was.
You got it. All right. So that's Mary's go. Wow, there is a lot of combat in here. Sorry, folks, but it makes sense for what the map looks like. All right, Newman, you're up.
I'm gonna come over. Oops, wrong. Maybe.
I'm just laughing because Dusty today said, I think we're going to have a pretty talky episode. And I'm like, yeah. And then the map, and I'm like, oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna come over there and I'm gonna continue to shoot.
Okay. That's a short sword you just threw out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, I hit the wrong button.
I don't know if it makes a damage with your bonuses, but it may.
I'll just do it over again.
Okay. 13 will. Which one are you shooting at, the ogre or at the giant?
The ogre, and I just to point out, I got exactly the same thing.
That is. Foundry wanted you to have that roll. And a 13 will hit the ogre. So.
All right. So the first one is 9 points of damage. Man. YOLO. I'm just charging in the rest of my movement, and I'm going to wail on him.
Okay.
For my second attack.
15 hits. 11 points of damage.
And then I'm going to Flurry of Blows, which is not that one either. Damn it. Wow, I'm just doing this wrong.
There you go. You got it. I think that gets you 2 more punches. Punch. Holy shit, did you do 20? Oh, no, that's 2 hits. Okay. Oh, this ogre looks bad, but he's still standing.
I'm right up in his face, though. Wanted to get up in his grill.
Well, I think you're mostly up in his navel, but yeah.
Whatever.
On an ogre, you're up in his pectoral muscles.
Well, I was giving him belly blows then.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else new?
No, I'm good there.
Okay. Robes.
I say maybe we don't let the giant get away, but I don't know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right behind Noob. And then I'll just pull up this ball of purple static electricity and just fling it at the giant. I cast Synaptic Static.
I knew it was coming.
And hold on.
Robes, you did have your Crown of Stars on last time. I don't know if you've used it up.
How long?
I don't know how long. I don't know.
I'll double check because I might just use that.
Because I think you only flung 1 star off of it last time.
I think I flung 2, but that's okay. So I'm gonna cast it right there. Don't know how many of those guys I get. They need to make DC 20 intelligence saving throw.
Okay, 1 second. I was refilling.
Or they'll take 23 damage.
And that's at the Frost Giant, correct?
It's on the Frost. I have the thing on there. It was the Frost Giant and at least those 2 ogres. I don't know if there's anything else.
Oh, you are still using Synaptic Shock. Okay.
Yep. And then I will do the. I will double check my notes.
Okay.
And by that, I don't have my notes.
Intelligence save, right?
Yep. Let's see how long the spell lasts.
Well, that's a 3.
That one failed.
He's hit.
So close.
Well, these guys, the ogres have 5 intelligence.
They barely qualify for this spell. If they think it's like 2 intelligence, they don't. even hit damage.
Oh, he did the best he can, so I'm not gonna. I didn't do the math. But since he rolled a 20 and failed, all of the ogres in the circle will obviously fail.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Okay,
That
so
is
what happens?
hilarious.
They all take how much?
They take 23 damage and they are muddled, and so they basically have like a bane, but it's a D6 bane. I'll keep track of the bane for you.
Thank you. All right.
They're muddled for 1 minute.
And that's not an area of effect. Like somebody walks into it, they.
Right, it's gone. So I'll
Okay.
get it out of there. As long as you get the damage applied, everybody, are you good?
No, well, I need to mark them too, so we remember who's
Yeah, who's
muddled.
got the
Who's
bane?
muddled?
Yep.
Yeah.
So 1 second while I take care of that. All right, damage has
Yeah.
been. You killed the ogre in front of the giant. And so this one, the giant is. I'll put the lightning on him. Well, no, he's not hidden. Did I just make him invisible? Okay.
I do it all the time.
All right. I think there's a lightning bolt marker that I'll use for this.
Cool.
I
How's he
can't-
looking?
The giant? He looks to be about a quarter of the giant he used to be.
Dang. Okay.
Shocked. He's shocked. I'm shocked this happened to me.
I have a question about my own feature that no one would know the answer to. Do I get 5 added to that? Let's take a real quick.
Oh, because of hacks?
Yeah, because it says against a creature you target, you gain a 5 bonus of damage rolls. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't that's a damage roll? I guess because it's a saving throw, but it's still a damage roll. You roll damage, right? So why wouldn't that affect?
See?
I'm trying to think like Ed.
Ed, what would you say?
I would say it adds to any damage roll you make against it. It doesn't require it to be an attack or anything.
It
It's just
didn't. It
damage
didn't
roll.
say it was a melee rat. It didn't say anything. It said
Just
damage.
says-
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says flat out like against the creature target, cursed target, you gain a 5 bonus of damage rolls.
Yeah.
Or a critical hit on 19 or 20 and regain hit points if it dies or whatever. Okay.
Wait a
But
minute.
it would be
Wait, does that have
it
to
would
be a
be
critical
different.
hit?
I think
No.
it would be
Oh.
different. I think if it said it was you dealt the damage if you hit if you targeted with an attack or something, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It says a damage roll, so it applies on
Yeah.
AOE damage too.
Interesting.
Anything that you hit hexed though, so, right?
Yeah.
Well,
you
the
I
creature
mean,
that
it
was
only
hexed.
applies
Yeah,
it to the one guy, but
just the frost giant takes it
Okay.
because he's hexed.
All
And
right.
then I'm going to bonus action shoot out a crown of stars. I had used 2, so I will be down to 4 crown of stars. So this is a bonus action to cast this. Boo boo boo. Come on. Don't consume it because I've already consumed it. 23. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and add the 5 damage. It's on. So this is with the 5 already added. Another 24 radiant. He's gonna make it. He's gonna run out. Damn it! I want my hit points.
Sorry, I'm eating a
I
chicken
want my
nugget.
$2.
I want my $2. All right, Robes, is that your go?
That's it.
All right, that brings us to another ogre. Which one is it? Okay, this guy, who was not in the blast, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to move him to there and say he can squeeze into that space. Okay. That's all he can do, though. Dashing, he cannot even get out of the cave yet. Vela, you are up.
Bela is going to run forward. 5, 10, 15. I should just measure so I can figure out where I can go. Ugh, hit a wall. I hit a wall!
Which wall did you hit?
20. I've made it.
Okay.
It's because I tried to go around a corner with just a pull.
Oh, okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I would like to be like in this little divot down here. Yeah. So that I can bonus action hide
Okay, that makes sense.
and stealthy him. Giant. Do I beat his passive?
Oh yeah.
And then
Actually,
I'll
they've got a
admonish-
pretty decent passive perception, but you beat it. Decent, more than I expected them to have, is what I'm saying.
They're really high up. They got
16?
good vision.
Roll at advantage because it was.
Oh, thank
Yep.
you.
hidden.
Sorry.
Yep.
16?
It hits.
Take him down, Vela.
Just barely.
Kneecap him with an arrow.
12 piercing.
Not yet. Very
Ah.
close. Very close. He has a sliver of life left. Like, I can see his health bar, and it is very red and very, very little.
It's in the last pixel.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Vela?
Nothing else I can do.
Alright.
I've used all my things.
So this ogre now gets to go, but he's muddled, but that just means he gets bane. It doesn't mean he's like dumb and will run into the run.
No, yeah, he just gets a -6 on attack rolls and stuff.
5,
That'll
10,
handle.
15, 20, 25, 30. Does he have reach by any chance? Oh,
It would be on his attacks if
yeah.
it did.
He's just got 5-foot reach. He's gonna throw a javelin at Robespierre. So he's got bane, right? So negative. You'll roll the dice 6 for me.
Yeah,
All right, -3, and is that to hit and damage or just to hit?
Just to hit. Just to hit.
Okay, so throwing the javelin at you with a -3. Oh, I critted.
Doesn't matter. He critted. That hits.
Okay, here we go. 20 points of damage as this javelin goes through into Robes. That's that
Do I have
guy's.
to concentrate on anything?
Wait! Can I? Oh, shoot. I like zoned out for a second. Can I sentinel that?
Sentinel at death's
Still?
door.
Or am I too late? Yeah.
I can't.
I totally get it if you don't want to let me, because I was not paying attention and I should have been.
For what it's worth, I've already put the damage on. I could take it back, but
I think I'm gonna
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm 35 feet away. I have to be 30
Oh,
feet.
okay. All right.
perfect.
I'm not gonna pause much though. So if you see a crit, you need. I will give a beat
Yeah,
before
no,
I
I totally
but
agree.
because I have to
Yeah.
go back and click the whole thing, there's plenty of time for you to jump in and say Sentinel.
Yep,
So
I zoned out. And I
okay.
shouldn't.
All right. But just going forward, that's
Yep.
that's. I don't like people to not have an opportunity to use their thing. Like if I do it like really fast and then you didn't have a chance, I think that's unfair. But I think there's a chance with the way that I go through having to click through all this crap. I think there's plenty of time for you to sing out. So okay. All right. So, and in this case, it's a cow's opinion. All right.
Moo!
It's a moo point. This ogre. I wish it would make it like even brighter which one it is.
Mm-hmm. It's
It
like
pings
pink.
on it.
Click though,
can
and
ping
it'll direct you to it.
It does,
if you
but
do
when
the
there's
little-
when it's one ogre surrounded by ogres, the little click doesn't. It's hard to see which one it's actually hitting, and I guess I've given away that there's a shit ton of ogres, but
The flashy
We can
light?
see that. We can see
Oh,
that
yeah.
from the combat
that's
tracker.
true.
The flashy light?
It does. When I double click on it, it doesn't flash. How do you guys get?
No,
the
if you go into the activity tracker and then there's
Click the
3
little
icons
target
below
thing.
Oh,
your
the
name.
target button. That's okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. You've told me this
Yep.
before. Sorry. Now I remember
You're
it.
good.
Okay. All right.
All right.
5,
Next time let me
10.
use Sentinel then.
No. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and he's going to be stopped there by big people in the way. Aang, you're up. You held an attack. I guess I should have said you were holding it if he attacked you or if he attacked anybody. I probably should have let you go.
I just dodged.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
took the dodge. Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to continue into the cave. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I'm going to continue speaking in Frost Giant. Throw down your arms. You will not leave your cave. You're simply looking for an item. We'll grab the item and go. You don't have to pay for this item with your life.
Nope.
And I will dodge.
Make a you can make a persuasion check. I don't know how much he can stop things from happening, but he's a guard. But
I'm
yep,
super persuasive.
you are trying a persuasion, so we'll see what happens.
You know, I'm saying I'm super persuasive with my
6
nothing.
charisma. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a good roll. I'm gonna say he'll hesitate. Elva, you are up.
Robes, you think we absolutely must stop that giant?
I think it's important. Maybe too late, but I don't like that he's running.
I will move to here. And will... I'll take a dash up to here.
Okay.
I will action surge
Ooh.
and will cast with my extra action green flame blade on the ogre in the front.
Here comes the boom. This right, like it always bounces to the next thing, right?
Yeah, it hits. It's going to hit him. I mean, I have to hit him with an attack.
Yeah,
I have to roll an attack first.
Yeah, he's got an 11 armor class.
All right. So then this is going to do my normal attack plus 2d8 to the ogre.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's not right.
so 28.
Well, no, it's so I did 26 points of damage plus 2d8 to the ogre.
Oh, the 22 was the hit. Sorry. Okay, 6
Yeah.
plus.
So I ended up doing 34 points of damage to the ogre. And then I deal 2d8 plus 5 to the frost giant.
You don't need to roll unless you really, really want to, or it has a mechanical purpose because he has 2 hit points.
Okay, so the flame jumps to him and he
dies. Okay. The ogre surprisingly survived that.
Well, I have war magic, which means if I use my action to cast a cantrip, I can use my bonus action and make a melee attack. So I'll hit the ogre.
Okay.
I nat one it.
Yeah. Wow, that ogre feels like if you've ever played Risk and you've got one army and the other person's got 30,000 armies and that one thing survives for a really long time and you feel scrappy, that's how that ogre feels right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you name the army.
Yeah, that army has a name. This ogre's name is Bill.
Well, now he's gonna die.
Yeah, because I named him,
you
and
named him.
that's my rule. All right. So that brings us to, gosh, this guy. Okay. Oh, God. 5, 10.
Another ogre.
Oh, the ogres.
Well, no, I'm not bummed about the fact that it's another ogre. I'm bummed that they're bottlenecked, and so moving them is a lot of. Okay, count for squeeze.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, no, so, so,
Nice.
all
Well,
right.
you first. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
There.
I'm just gonna squeeze by.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Will he dash? He probably will dash, I think. And what's his movement? 40 still? Okay. 40, and then he still gets a dash, so 5, 10.
Well, what the hell's that? All I can see is teeth.
The tracker's telling us it's a cloud giant.
But it's a vampiric cloud giant.
Super
That's
creepy.
that's the way they're drawn in the monster manual, and it makes no sense to how they're described as being these elegant gossip monsters, and
Well, that's
like
when you gossip, your teeth
They
grow
apparently
really
have
big.
enormous
Yeah.
fangs.
yeah.
I just thought it was funny because where he was, because of the shadows that I'm seeing, all I could see was his mouth. Like I was looking at this, so all I could see was teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that to me seems like a strange feature on the cloud giant, which is not mentioned in the description of them at all either. Is that they have like tusks or fangs, or I mean, I thought it was a weird. I think it's a weird drawing. Or
Yeah.
it might be lip piercings too. I am not certain.
He looks a little bit like he belongs in What They Do in the Shadows.
Yeah,
And
a
like
little
he speaks with a very feminine lisp.
Get lip piercings.
Yep,
He's
I see
wearing an
that.
ear. He's wearing a necklace. I think it's jewelry.
It could be lip piercings. Yeah.
Ah.
Guess
Maybe.
who's collecting
Dog needs
teeth?
to go out. All right. I'm coming to. Door's all jacked up again.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I could have sprayed it.
All right.
Arlo probably will take care of that.
Nice.
Man, he got our bathroom good today. Okay.
Oh
Our
man.
bathroom?
No, the downstairs one.
No, that was I came home and that was like that. It's been like that for 2 days. I just washed it this afternoon.
I think you got it
It was
since
there when
then.
I came home
It
yesterday.
wasn't me.
All right. So, Cloud Giant, that's all the Cloud Giant can do. He can just move. So, that will bring us to another ogre. This ogre is static. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Can't do it. He's stuck where he is. I can't move. This one is not dead. I wanted ping, not dead. Not dead. Ping. He's gonna be stuck
I mean,
too.
at this rate, why don't I just stay here and we'll fight them one at a time?
And he actually has a
Like that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. He can actually get to here. Okay. At least that gets one of them out. Alright. Alright. That'll bring us back to Merryweather.
All right. Well, I'm going to step forward to see what I see. I think I will go for the cloud giant with my arrows.
Okay.
And is it squeezing?
It's not squeezing currently.
Oh, that's a natural one,
Okay.
which is unfortunate. So I will try again on the cloud giant. It's a little bit better. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
All right. For 7 piercing, and I'll horde breaker the ogre in front.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed that. I was reading a spell.
No, so just 7 piercing.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, another nat 1.
Oh,
Well, how about that? 3 arrows, 1 hit.
that sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, it does. All right. Well, what really sucks is I hit a 13 with a nat 1, but it's a nat 1, so.
That is
Mary,
that does suck.
you to stop reusing arrows. They're falling apart.
I know.
You've got a
Quality
shit ton.
arrows,
I
you got to invest in them.
feel like you bought a shit ton. Well, maybe they
Oh,
were
I have.
maybe
I
they
have.
were bargain bin bulk arrows and they're
Yeah.
just sort of shit.
I'm imagining
Damn
like
it.
2 arrows like tied
Yeah.
together, like
Oh.
like Robin Hood.
Like in Robin Hood, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That
Fletching is just a little crooked. They're flying like they're flapping through the air.
noob, you are up.
Okay, so this guy's still alive?
He is still
Yeah.
alive. Yep. Surprisingly so.
Um,
He was surprisingly resilient. His name's
All
Bill.
right,
Tried
so
to
I'm
get
gonna.
him out of the way. I'm sorry.
He has
I'm
a
squishing in
name.
there.
Sorry.
I'm squishing in there, and I'm going for Bill.
All right.
We're gonna.
Bill.
Oh, another natural one,
Whoa.
Aw.
but I do get one hit there for 13,
Um,
and then
we-
I'm gonna do. Go ahead.
I was just saying we got 3 of them in just a short amount of time. Natural ones. I'm sorry. I was just commenting on that.
Yeah, nutty,
Not to
crazy.
stop you. Go ahead. Knock them down.
So those both hit at least. So 20 points of damage, or did 9 do it? I guess I should have asked that first.
9 will do it. Yep. He had 1 hit point left.
Okay, so that second one, then I'm just gonna run up to the cloud giant,
All right.
and I am.
Guess we're not bottlenecking them here one at a time then.
Well, I'll use his body to do that. So we want them to come through. That's what you're saying?
Well, if we're up there, we can't do. They can get more than one at a time at us.
Oh, right.
Just
Noob
shoot.
in here
Oh,
is
you
the-
do a flurry. Never mind.
It looks like a 10-foot wide tunnel.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna run up there, and I'm just gonna throw one punch at this guy. Oh, that's a bad idea. Never mind. I'm gonna throw my one punch at this guy, and that 11 will go toward the cloud giant.
Okay. The 11 will miss.
No, that's damage.
Oh,
The
damage.
attack was a
Oh.
29.
29 will hit. Yep.
The
sorry.
attack
Okay.
was a 29. Yeah.
Sorry. Missed that. Okay.
11 points of damage there, and I am actually going to because I heard the tisk or the ope from my comrade, so I will back up and I will probably regret this, but I'll take the what's coming.
Okay. All right. That is Noob's go. Robes, you're up.
Is he not attacking? All right. Cool. I'll go 5.
Oh,
10,
from the. Oh, I'm sorry.
15.
My fault. I completely spaced. He probably should have, but he didn't. So that's it. I spaced it. I lose. Okay, sorry.
No worries.
I was reading things that the Cloud Giant could do that I should have read before we started the game today. So,
Got
okay.
it. So I'll get to there, and I will bonus action Crown of Stars at him.
Okay.
So this will be my 4th one. So the brightness dims down tremendously as I do this. It's all right. Let me throw it out. So here's the attack roll. Oop, that's not going to hit, is it?
14 just hits.
Just hits. Good deal. No bonuses on this. It's just 24 radiant damage. Just streaks at him, and now I'm down to 3 stars, kind of like triangularly orbiting. And then, how scary does this Cloud Giant look?
Pretty scary.
He's got fucking vampire fangs.
Okay.
Or
So, as my action then,
But also,
rather
he
than...
looks a little bit shy and contemplative.
True. So if I'm here, would that be functional for our plan, Elva? Or do I need to be back here?
I mean, I think where we are is best because somebody can move into that space and all 3 of us can hit them. If you're up there, we can't do that.
Okay. Oh, I'm debating what do I do then, because I could drop a demon in, but I think that would be too big. But you know what? My demon's got range. So I'm going to turn around, and behind me, I'm going to drop a drop of blood out of my ruby vial, and I will summon my demon friend. Oh my gosh.
Maximilus.
Max something.
Max
Maximilian,
1,000.
I think.
Max 1,000.
Max 1,000.
Yep. All right.
Where's that guy?
PC and PC assets. I believe
So there's
we
weapons?
had you
Yeah.
using him.
So I can't drag him on, but he's over there.
He's
He should
bigger
be
than that.
large.
I think what we chose as the token isn't technically large, and
Right.
I have to upsize him every time.
Yeah, you should be able to do that on the base as like the token prototype, but definitely large size. And then I think the way this works, when you summon the fiend, the creature is an ally to you. Combat creatures your initiative account, but takes its turn immediately after yours. Still get its turn after me. And I always forget to set this up. I'm sorry.
All right. Do you have control of him right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So he's gonna go there, and he's in the form of the devil, because the devil has the ability to shoot fireballs.
Okay.
So it's going to shoot fireballs, and it will shoot. It's going to hurl flame. That's what I mean by that. And it's going to show. It's going to do that 3 times. And I do this every time. I always forget what this thing can do. The way this works, so spoiled by Foundry. It's a D20, and I will add my. The hit's gonna be 3 plus the spell's level, which is 6. So it's no, that's the damage. I'm sorry. It's gonna be my ranged spell attack. Okay. So I'm just gonna use Eldritch Blast as the placeholder for this. It'd be really cool if this was like in there. So it's just gonna be 3 fireballs.
Okay.
Hurl flames.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And then for
shit.
damage, got the crit.
Yep.
For the damage, each one is going to be a 2d6 plus 9 fire damage. So we'll do 2d6 plus 9. Actually, I'm going to do the math. It's going to be 8d6 plus 27. Is that right? Check me in the math. 2, 2, and then 4 for the crit, plus 9, plus 9, plus 9.
I'll bow to your greater boot and age on that.
Okay. That'll be 54 fire damage.
Okay.
If the target's a flammable object that isn't being worn or carried, catches fire, so it's not a. I don't think a creature counts as an object.
Yeah, I don't think a cloud giant worries
But a
about
corpse
that.
does.
Yep.
That's true. So is it still up after 54?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I figured. I also figure this thing has reach, and we're gonna get clobbered.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could certainly be an oversight in my plan.
Also, it's a perfect size for an ogre, so I'm gonna step in. I'm sorry, Elva.
All right, that's Robes' go.
The
Ogre.
perfect size for an ogre was why I wanted it.
Well,
That
then
was
you could
the
catch me and pull me
idea.
back. Never mind. That makes sense. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Because while an ogre is there, they can only get one at a time at us.
Fair enough. Okay, then you catch me and pull me back, idiot. Like, damn it.
15, 20. All right, it's
Works perfectly.
going to pound on Robespierre.
All right.
I'll take a sentinel attack.
Okay, go ahead. Well, do you get to do it before I attack?
When it targets him with an attack, I hit him.
Okay.
Get a super crit.
All right, you hit him. Either way, I still get to attack, though, right? Because
Unless I kill him. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay. 25 to hit Robes.
Oh, I think that hits.
Yeah. Okay. So you did 20 points of damage, Elva?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And the Great Club coming down on Robes will do 23 points of damage. I think it's bludgeoning. And that's his go. That's all that ogre can do. Vela.
The creepy snaky dude is gonna get...
you rolled an attack, not a damage on that.
Oh. Well, shit. That was great damage.
I was trying to figure out how he could get 23 damage out of 2d8 plus 4.
Yeah, all right. 14. 14 is what it is. Sorry.
Okay.
Man.
I was
All
like,
right.
man, not too many more of those.
And that was a Ed, that was a math puzzle. It went right over my head. I still don't know what you're talking about.
The Great Club does 2d8 plus 4 damage, but he had 23 damage. That I realized, wait, that's not possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because it says attack roll.
Attack roll. I hit the wrong button. All right.
Is it multiple attacks or just the one?
It just gets the one. Just an ogre. You guys, you guys well out. I mean, you're at a place where ogres are your mob enemies.
Yeah.
So this is a mob. These guys are mob guys to you.
So Vela, snake, the giant snake demon is gonna like scooch out of the way. By the way, that's what it.
Thank you.
I meant to move it.
I have people within 5 feet, so never mind. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, hiding gives you advantage on the attack. Them being within 5 feet does not.
So if I hid last round, do I have to reuse my bonus action to hide again?
Because you shot.
You hid and then shot, so you're not hidden now.
Okay, that's the part I was never quite clear on. So I'm gonna go to.
I mean,
here.
you can hide where you're at.
Oh, that doesn't work. I'm gonna go to. I'm just trying to get a little closer.
Okay, I was gonna say mechanically with a short bow, there's no reason you have to move.
I know.
Okay.
I was just hoping to do something else.
Oh, okay, okay, that's fine.
I have another thought in mind, but it won't work without. He's real big, and there's a bunch of people in the way. So I think I'm just gonna come up behind him and not have advantage, because I have a thought on what I would like to do in the future. So I'm gonna go here.
As you run by, the snake hisses at you. Acknowledgement.
I nod back at it and give it a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Not the snake guy.
The cloud giant or the ogre.
No, the ogre.
Yeah, you don't have sneak attack on the cloud giant currently.
Right.
Okay.
So the ogre.
Okay.
Oh, poop.
12 will hit. It's an ogre.
Yeah.
Okay. I got nervous. 15.
You got it.
All right.
Anything else for Vela?
I'm gonna. I want a bonus action dash, I think, into this spot right here. But I can't. Hold on. Let me see if I can get through the wall. Up, down, down. Yeah, there. I'm in there.
Okay.
That's where I am.
I gotcha. All right.
Done.
He's not smart.
Oh, poor dude. Your dumbness is gonna get you killed.
Well, I mean, if he was smart, he'd just stay where he was, but he's trying to move into a space where he can see what's going on. Aang, you're up.
Seeing how what the battle is, I will continue my attempt to have them stand down. 5, 10, 15. I'm now going to. How tall is the ceilings?
1 second, please.
Walls.
I can answer that. I believe they are. Okay, you are in a small cavern. About 40 feet high.
I have got 15 feet so far, so I will climb up 35 feet vertically up on this point, just so that I can survey everything. And I'm going to say, how many of you all have to fall in order for you to just give us the item that we've came here for? This seems pointless. Give us the item. And I will try my persuasion. Let me click on my person.
This is a totally different giant. So he is standing on the body of the giant that fell. Actually, good
Okay.
persuasion check. But he will say to you, "Death first!" And this one got the eye of the true believer on him.
So,
If you know what I mean.
He did the
can I
drugs.
do a perception check? Just scaling. Like, do you want me to roll to just kind of
Well,
look over the battlefield?
what do you want to know? Because you might just know it.
I'm honestly just calculating the amount of times that our party is attacked and in what manner and which way that they like move into an enemy and their response to each other's attack. I'm studying the party because there's no like threat at this point from me from the ogres.
Yeah, they. As far as what are you hoping to figure out how well the party are doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking to
right
figure
now,
out how the party.
you're looking and seeing, and like, I mean, a little bit of damage has been dealt, but they look like they can manage this so far. Although the cloud giant is an unknown quantity, so this is a new. I mean, I guess if you're looking at their faces, you guys can. If you guys actually, you can make a perception check, and if you guys can tell me what he sees based on the roll, or you can tell me whether it's easy to read or whatever. I don't know. An insight check might even be better, but I don't know that he could do that on all of you. You could pick one. That seems like a lot to be like in the middle of a battle, look at everybody and know what they're thinking or feeling.
Corner, so nobody sees me.
Yeah, probably doesn't see you.
I'm not even like at this point. The party is massacring the ogres, so they're no threat.
Like what you're seeing. Oh, are you trying to gauge how the ogres
Our party.
The party has taken very little damage, right? Like a couple of you taken some hits, but nothing huge yet, right?
Nothing huge. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So they look like they're handling
like
themselves
half.
very well. Oh, Robes has gotten
Like,
pounded.
I'm pretty bloody.
Okay.
Okay.
Came in looking pretty damaged, didn't you? You were
Yeah,
hurt
I
last
started
time.
down a good
Mhm.
amount.
Okay. So
I'll
Has
take the
everybody been
dodge
hit?
action.
I don't think Elva or Mary or Vela have been hit
I
at
took
all.
a couple of
Newman-
hits
Oh,
last
okay.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've hit from
So-
last time.
I'm down maybe a little less than a quarter of my hit points.
Newman
Okay.
in good shape.
I haven't been hit yet.
Me
Okay.
neither.
Okay. All right. So your party's looking pretty good, but can't go on forever like this probably. That's Ango. That's Ang's go.
Yep, and angle dodge on the ceiling, 30 feet in the air,
You got it.
5 feet in the air.
You got it. Elva.
I will green flame blade on this dude.
Okay.
So I start with an attack,
20 will hit.
and then I don't know why it puts a template. This shouldn't have a template. That's dumb.
Yeah, because it just bounces. It bounces to one adjacent. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
So
pretty dumb.
the initial
The meaning
attack
of the word of adjacent.
deals 22 points of damage.
Got it.
The attack on the cloud giant takes 6 fire damage.
So it just hits
No,
him no
that's
matter
not
what,
right.
right?
It just hits him. Yeah,
Okay.
that's not right. It should be +5
Okay, so 11.
on top of that. So he takes 11,
All right.
and the ogre takes an additional 2d8. So
He's
an
dead.
additional
He's dead.
16 there.
He's dead.
Oh, nice.
And then, well, that's a shame. I don't want him to die because I wanted to be able to
They're mobs.
To,
They're mobs to you. They're
make
like
my second attack. But
They're like goblins to a third level creature to you guys.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize he was that low.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think you just dealt him 38 points of damage, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And he'd already been hit.
Because I know they're weak to us, but they're still damage sponges.
Well,
I mean, they've got a pile of hit points. None of us are likely to kill him in a hit.
you are. They have 59 hit points.
I can't do that in a hit.
You regularly do 59 in a turn. You regularly do.
In a turn,
Yeah.
not in a hit.
Yeah. So.
Well, I don't want to
Keep in
move
mind,
up.
I got
so
the
I'm
giant
gonna,
slaying blade.
I'm gonna
so-
stay where I am.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how to get rid of this stupid template thing.
I'll
Click the little.
you click in
got
the
it, okay.
you click in the center and you delete it.
Yeah, it's not letting me target the thing.
Do you have the ruler selected?
Yeah, you have to choose the ruler.
No,
Got it?
no, I can't.
Oh.
I can't select it.
Okay,
it
I'll do
selects the giant.
If you move over to the L ruler, the one below human, then it
Oh yeah, I was saying the wrong ruler. Sorry.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah
okay.
you got to use the corner ruler.
The L1, yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. That will bring us to this ogre. Oh, I get to move.
Ooh.
5, 10, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and that's all he'll be because he won't be able to squeeze any further than that. All right, Cloud Giant will disappear.
Damn it.
You will see a flash of smoke, and he disappears in like a misty. No, that's not where I wanted him to go. Sorry. No, I can change that. Okay.
You can fix it. You can make it right.
There we go. All right, cool. And that's his go. So that brings us to this ogre who is shocked. He is staticky. And he will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, I can't go there. He's going to go right to here. And he will try to hit Elva. He has a minus. Can you roll the thing?
Yep.
Oh, why do I even bother at this point? But we'll do it. We'll see what happens. I could crit, right?
Good crit.
All right. No, but I don't. Because it's a 3. So
He hits himself in the foot when he grabs his great club.
that's right. He is
Man,
useless.
that was so far off. I almost thought it triggered Sentinel. So I thought he was attacking somebody else.
Oh, nice. All right. That brings us to this guy who I can't. Oh, don't move max 1,000. All right. He can move now. Yay. 5, 10, 5,
So many of these
10,
guys.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Oh,
40.
I wish I had more spell slots. This would be a great cone of cold
Same.
time.
All right. And then this guy gets to go. Oh, but his friends kind of fucked him over. You know what? He's just going to move to here for now. And
Don't they have javelins?
they do. I think
I mean, the first one threw a javelin.
Yeah, he did, and I totally forgot that they had it after that. They can go 30 feet with theirs. So, what do we got here? Oh, nope, not that. Ruler. Yeah, maybe. Thank you, Ed. I will have him not move all the way
Didn't
to
you
here.
forget to assign homework?
And I will have him toss this one at Nubin.
Thanks, Ed.
You can catch a javelin, right?
You can totally catch a javelin.
Good
Oh,
point.
Reduced
Good
by-
point.
Whatever he rolls is reduced by 4.
Ed.
and it's reduced by 4, but it's an 18.
Oh. Okay, so what's this called?
So
good.
he's got to roll damage first, and then you roll your die to reduce it.
So 16, then you roll what your what is that? Deflect missiles.
Oh yeah, and it's a D10 plus 18. So you take no damage.
Wow. Why throw a javelin at a monk? Why did I throw him at a monk?
Now, because you prevented it all, you could spend a key point to throw it back at him.
Oh, I absolutely am doing that.
That's what I wanted you to do the first time. Who's got the
Oh,
echo?
wait.
It's me?
I think it might be coming from Adam's. Get the mic, the wide mic.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, for sure.
So it deals damage based on your monk weapon. So the same thing that your unarmed strikes do.
So I need to do an unarmed strike, or
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never
Just
It
done
deals the same damage as an
just
unarmed
just
strike,
hit
so yeah.
unarmed strike and then click the damage button at this point. Sometimes this is just easier with dice. When we're at the table, we'd just be like, and then roll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of click all these buttons.
And if he hit damage on the deflect missiles attack in
That
the
might do it.
chat,
It might do it. Yeah. Actually,
Yeah, because it won't let me do another one.
okay. No, that actually looks.
There you go.
That looks like they coded it correctly, and
Yep.
so that's 4 points of damage.
9 points.
Nine? Oh yeah,
That's a 9 there.
that's a. Where did I see a? Oh, it's because I had clicked on the roll and I saw that he rolled a 4. Okay, -9. All right, cool. That was his. Now he feels dumb. All right, don't throw javelin at monk. All right.
I'm a monk.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, tell him you're a monk.
Merryweather, your go.
come around the corner again, and I'll just aim for the closest ogre with some arrows.
Got it.
I have to hit all the buttons. So for 6 piercing on him,
Okay.
and then I'll do a second attack. It's a 16.
That'll hit.
All right.
It's
And
minus
9.
15. Got it.
That's it.
I can't believe they're, I just lucked out with the fact that they're not in Horde Breaker formation because they're ogres. I mean, they would totally get. I got lucky. All right. So that will bring us to Nubin.
So we're going unarmed strike now. We'll see if it lets me. For some reason, it's not letting me click unarmed strike.
You have your
So-
token clicked?
Click.
Because I run into that with Joey.
Hey! Look at that shit. Thanks, Ed.
I don't know why it makes a difference for an unarmed strike, but it does.
I'm going for the one right in front of me, obviously, with the unarmed strike. Is he still up?
Yep. $11 more points of
Still-
damage. He is still up. He looks bad, but he's up. He's teetering. He's like gotten body blowed, punched. Oh, and another 14 will hit. It's an ogre. And 8 will do the deed, and he will fall down.
Oh, no. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do.
Changes my plan too. Stop
Yes, I
killing
know
stuff
that
so
one.
fast.
Yes, I know that part.
I'm going to throw a punch at the air, just because I have one. Actually, can I modify my action and not have my second flurry of blows not actually be an attack?
I mean, I'm confused as to what you want to do. You can
Tell
move.
me
I
more
mean,
about
It's totally
I
going to
mean,
be.
Tony, you
It's
can
totally going to be flavor.
if you want to do a flavor roll, but you have movement. You can move forward and punch the ogre in front of you.
And then
I know,
go
but
back.
Oh, but
I
you
like
don't.
keeping
You don't.
the choke point.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, you can punch air if you want. I don't care.
Okay, so Nubin, rather than punching air, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna actually look up, I guess is what I have to do, and I'm gonna look at Aang, and I'm just gonna say, if you think you're getting any of the spoils of this fight, you better actually join it.
Ooh. Okay, fair enough. Anything else from Noob?
Nope, that's it.
Robes, what's happening?
I guess I'll be the one to step up in here. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15.
They
Yeah,
are
I'm gonna
giant
start-
kin. I believe this Waith still works, right?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought they were like monstrosities or something like that. Double check
Nope.
for me because I'm
They
about
are
to cause problems.
they are giants.
Oh God. Okay. Well, in that case, let me
Light 'em
first
up.
deal with this.
Hold on, I want to double check a little something because it's not a mechanics thing. If anybody knows for sure if ogres are considered giant, please tell me. But because with this game they use ogre stats for little hill giants, and so they just
I
throw
believe ogres are giant type.
I believe they are too. So I just want to confirm, so we
I'm
don't
pulling it up.
They are.
Okay, they're
They're
giant.
giants.
Large giant.
Then Waith would work on them, right?
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're giants.
Yep.
Now weight is equal to a same ton.
Dude.
So first of all, here comes the attack.
Whip me out, dude! Whip me out!
Come on, Waith, then. Let's get some action.
I've been waiting for some action. I'm hungry.
All right. Here comes the attack. Additional 2d6 on there. Just Waith just hits it, just concussive force, and just cuts the flush away.
Waith starts singing.
Still up.
Waith starts singing "On Fire" by Bruce Springsteen.
Another hit.
I got a bad desire. Ooh,
only
I'm
19
on
this
fire.
I hate Springsteen.
I love Springsteen.
Oh, that's
Oh,
now
man.
He's like,
bad.
not cool, man.
Tony.
Every
You
time
bummed me right out.
that meme comes up, like name something that you hate that everybody seems to love, I do not understand it. He might have like 2 songs that I give a shit to listen to, and all the rest of them I'm like, take the gravel out of your mouth and fucking sing a song. Just makes me crazy.
Man.
Oh
Who's
man,
coming out.
Tony,
I gotta go.
you
I'm
and
going to bed.
you and I are pseudo
Sounds
fighting
like
right
he's
now.
been chewing on. Sounds like he's been chewing on his tongue and a mouthful
Yeah,
of gravel for
but
the last
even if you
40
don't
years.
prefer singing, half of his songs are based on classical works of art. They're amazing. Oh no, wrong one.
10 ogres show up.
Yeah, and they're all singing "Born in the USA." Just kidding. Actually, not my favorite Springsteen song. But I mean, seriously.
And for some reason, my sentinel isn't triggering when they target Nubin.
Alright.
But
I thought it only
Tony-
works
range
for
attacks.
allies.
Tony, I just have to do this. If you haven't listened to the song "The River" by Bruce Springsteen, give it a listen and listen to the lyrics. I think you will find it amazing. Just
Okay, now let's back up just 1 second. I do actually think he's a very good songwriter.
okay.
I just can't stand his voice.
Okay.
Mm,
All right.
that's
Fair
a
enough.
Because-
specific- yeah.
Fair enough.
Because frankly, every time I've heard somebody cover one of his songs, I'm always like, oh, I kind of like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that because I actually don't like the way he bellows either. But God, some of his songs just hit me in the soul. All right.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
backing
done.
up.
I'm done.
I'm taking the opportunity
back,
attack.
back to the game. Sorry, everybody.
It's all good. I'll take the opportunity attack there, Paul.
Oh, you will. Okay. Thank you.
Holding the form,
thank
holding
you.
the line. You might get to knock me unconscious.
12?
That misses.
All right. That's all there is for that.
So then I'll go ahead and bonus action fire my a crown of stars at him just because they're going to go out pretty soon anyways.
Yep.
And get that fired off at this fellow.
You got it.
And there'll be another 31 points of radiant damage.
He's
Poop.
he
Yeah, it just snaps him through the head, just like a little hole, just like the star just goes
Yeah.
bounce off the wall. Makes a little,
He has a
like,
star-shaped hole in
in his
head.
head, and it just he sits there like the troll in the first Harry Potter movie with the bad CGI. Yeah, and he falls over dead.
like, wait, you see that? Wait, I got the right between the eyes.
That was badass, dude.
And then Max 1000 is gonna come up and just fling some fireballs at just random guys. So I'm sorry, the turn's getting out of control, but
Yep, no, you're fine. This is what happens at high level play.
Yeah, I'm just shooting it at this one here.
You got it.
So there's one, there's two.
You critted.
Are you kidding me?
All of them
All right.
hit. I'm fairly certain you're gonna toast these ogres, but let's see what happens.
All right. I don't know. Let's see. So, oops. There's something I was doing wrong.
It just looked funny because it came up as a dialogue bubble. Like,
Yeah.
27. Nice.
So it'll be 53 points of fire on this one. The one that was
already hurt. Yeah,
whatever.
He goes up in a geyser of flame. All right.
Ugh.
And then
smells.
And they all of them went on the one dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Just make it simple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa,
he's on fire. All right.
That's it.
Vela.
Right,
there's an ogre barbecue down the road here.
Yeah, she can smell it, so she's gonna move forward. She's gonna try to move forward, sneaking. I can't move myself. I would like to move here.
Ping.
Nope.
I can't see the ping.
Here.
I think there are few enough of them now that if we want to move forward, we can.
And then I'm going to.
The line held.
The line did
cast
hold.
vampiric touch at it.
At the one that you're obviously in touch range with.
Call to Dalt.
That's a hit.
Send me your healing.
Not your healing or your pain.
Your healing.
Well, vampiric touch heals.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. So it takes 16 damage. I get 8.
There you go.
Of that.
And the sort of that Dementor suck out from the Harry Potter, just and I don't know. Story wise, for me, I feel like Robespierre, if he saw that, would be like, I feel so judged, and you do very similar shit.
Well, this is her first time using vampiric touch.
Oh, okay.
And having watched how it works, I'm not sure she's gonna do it again.
That was a red flag touch.
Yeah.
Can they raise your specter afterwards?
She's got a full minute of this spell, so any melee attacks I do for the next minute give me half the damage as
Gotcha. As hit points to you. Yep. Gotcha.
So I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Oh, sweet roguey goodness.
To my little corner.
You got it.
I'll pat your your arm that's like encoded in necrotic energy. I'll just give you a nice pat on it. Like this. This is nice. You should do that more often.
Oh no! The dissonance is so real.
I've never felt so close to you.
All right. You know what? This guy's tired of you standing on the wall doing nothing, Aang. He's going to toss a javelin at Aang, which he doesn't know Aang's a monk. He's been said, don't throw javelins at the monks. He's going to throw a javelin at the monk. He's not bright.
Got dodge up.
Oh, that's right. You do have dodge up, so I have disadvantage. 9.
Adam, are you really excited you came to play this game and not do anything?
Adam's taking the diplomatic approach. You know, it's so funny because I was like this close to engaging Aang in some role play, and I was like, well, let's see what's in this room.
Yeah,
about the voices.
You guys have walked all the way through this entire lair with very little combat, and then you opened the door.
We found them.
And this, there is you. So when you guys get a moment for a conversation, I suspect you should, or I suggest you take it, because the rest of this is going to be pretty huge. All right. Because this is a 1E module with really narrow things that giants can't walk through and unexplicable shit sitting in rooms that I'm going to have to work to explain. All right.
Oh, let's make him work.
That ogre threw. Aang, that guy totally missed you. It's your go. They don't seem to be swayed. Also, these guys are idiots, and you know that.
Yeah. So can you map out kind of what the ceiling looks like? Because I kind of reached it. Like, is it? I'm looking for shadows. Is it shadowy? Is it?
Oh
is
yeah,
just...
yeah. Unless people have, well, actually, Waif is now a flame blade, right? Elva's got
No,
a.
I was just saying like he did the damage.
Oh, okay.
I do
But
have
but
a
the
flaming sword, which is bright light to a 40, bright light 40, dim 40.
ugh,
So
no,
shadows are going to be a little rare nearby.
yeah, you got no shadows. Sorry, because that lights up all the way to the roof.
So taking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm walking
The ceiling,
the ceiling.
like Lionel Richie,
Oh,
you're
what did I
dancing on
say?
the ceiling.
Yeah, that's true. 10, 15. That's a 20 is what I was at.
You were at 20.
Let's go.
I heard you 20, Lionel. You can dance for however many more. Oh,
30,
You can dance if you want to.
35, 40, 45,
You can leave them all
50,
behind.
50. I see this giant now.
yep.
I'm in the ceiling though without the light on me, right?
Yeah. No, you are out of the light.
Yep. I'm going to whisper. This is your last chance. Give up the item. I'm gonna dodge.
Okay. All right. You get no immediate response to that. Okay. Elva, your go.
All right. So Robespierre has been kind of beat to shit, right?
I'm okay. I'm looking. I've been worse. I'm 46 out of 101
Um,
on a scale of 1 to 1.
When did I end up with more hit points than you?
I'm going to
I'm sorry,
lay a
trying to
hand
roll
on
your
Rob's
hit
shoulder and say, I'm going to advance and use my action to cast Healing Hands.
Ooh,
So I heal you for 13,
that's legit. I'll take it.
and then I'll move up.
There's
Yeah.
real jealousy.
Yeah, Dusty. Even though I walk around with a sword, I am ultimately a spellcaster. I only have a D8.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, clerics are what, D10s,
D8s, I think.
D8s. So.
I think maybe they're D6.
And robes are and rogues are D8. So.
Yeah, I'm in the zone of a rogue and a cleric.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alva. I was drinking.
That's okay.
All
I did
right.
what I had to do.
Elva moved. Ogre turn. Ogre pissed off. Ogre. It's gonna try to pound on. He's gonna see robes as the weaker one of Noob, and he's gonna try to pound on robes.
I'm like, oh, it feels so much better. Oh, fuck.
Man, these ogres are useless. All right, that's
a miss.
they're meat shields.
I don't have a high AC either. It's just
no,
sad.
they're just terrible. All right, Cloud Giant.
Oh, he's back.
Well, because one of you sees him.
Sure do.
As you speak, two of you see him. A mist appears where he was and just sort of floats towards the ceiling. And he is not invisible. There is a mist. I'm going to make him invisible, but I will remember that there's a mist in the room. I will ask because I don't know all of your abilities, both of you that can see him, which is Elva and Aang. Do either of you have counterspell?
No.
Okay. All right. So he casts a spell and goes Misty. All right. Cloud Giants got shit. Like they actually have abilities and stuff. All right. Merryweather, you're up.
Wouldn't know it. He's not using them.
He's trying. I was dumb. I should have come in gaseous form.
Oh, it's gaseous form, is it?
Yeah.
I'll walk
Good
into
to
the
know.
room and I'll take a hit on the ogre.
This ogre feels hit on.
Yeah, 13 piercing.
You really
And-
care.
I'll try a second.
No, hitting on is really not about caring.
No,
So
no.
total 19.
I feel like you like me, but I'm not sure that it's sincere. Oh.
Robin, you're like, no.
Not dealing with any of those jokes.
I'm not doing this.
All right. Yeah, the ogre takes both those arrows. Is about half the ogre he used to be.
I'll stay in the room because kind of have to. Walked all the way in.
All right.
Doesn't seem like there's as much hanging out back there, so I thought maybe I should catch up. There's only Nubin, and I can only see Nubin and Robespierre.
Yep. Yeah, people have advanced. Nubin, your go.
All right. Here it comes again.
Demon hasn't done anything.
He did. He has burned to shit a bunch of things.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Balls, 54 damage.
Yeah,
Fire on
he
that one.
absolutely exploded an ogre the last round.
It was around the
Incinerator.
corner
Oh, it
from
was
where you're
him.
standing.
Yeah.
Right, it was him. Sorry,
Uh.
I just thought it was Robes. I didn't think.
I'll
about
take
it.
credit for it.
Is that 19?
Bailey gave you full credit.
Is that a total of 19?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it is.
All right, he's still up.
Okay, so I'm gonna flurry of blows again.
Okay.
Seems apropos. How's he looking?
Is that another 10? He's
Yep.
he's looking like he's dead. He needed it was 10 to knock him
So
out.
yet
So
again,
yeah.
you have a
All
river.
right. So we're going.
Yeah,
going
and you
down.
can and you can hit that dude. Yep. Yeah, we said yeah. All right. All right, and it'll take the 6 points of damage. And anything else, noobs?
No, I'm good there.
All right. Robes. You guys have removed the field of the mob quite a bit.
Yeah. I'll kind of wink at Vela and say, you stole something from my playbook, I'll steal something from yours. And I'll walk up and I will point at this ogre and toll the dead.
Nice.
So,
Oh man, Vela's dying a little. Robes just
DC
winked
20 wisdom saving throw. Not a bad roll, but not good enough. So,
Oh no, those were initiatives. Sorry.
Oh, oops.
Sorry. The wisdom saving throw is. Oh, there's no way he's passing this. But okay. He could roll a 20. He didn't. He's got a minus
He
1.
He didn't.
He rolled a 1. Yeah.
He ended up a little lower than that.
Holy shit.
It's 28
he-
necrotic damage.
He's not dead though. So,
Oh,
that's a lot of damage from Toll the Dead though. So I mean, you're 8 below what your max could be.
yeah, that was a good roll.
That was a
Been
really
there,
good
taught
roll.
me well. All right, I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to get up to there. And then max 1,000 is going to move. What's the actual movement on this thing? I'll move in a little bit. It's just going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm sure going to at least move 20. I think I might move it more than 20. But what the heck's going on? Anyways, it's going to blast this guy.
With the fire again?
Yeah. I'm going to assume that it's not going to... How much health? You said it's got like 8?
8.
I mean, let's just... I mean,
it's
possible... It's possible it could fail. So, 17 hits.
17 hits.
All right, this will be the damage. Oh, fuck. No, it won't.
It kills it.
No, it actually has a sizable amount of hit points left.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
just
okay.
did 8.
Oh, no, no, no,
15.
no. No, it actually is still up. It.
I see. Okay.
Robes took off half its hit points. I mean, the only damage it took was Nubin hit it with a unarmed strike. Then it took...
All right, so it took another 15, then another 8, then 18.
Oh, another 18 on top of that 15?
Yeah.
Oh, now
Still
it's
up?
dead. Now it's dead.
Okay, now it's dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now it's dead.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
I
cool.
just wanted to
And
be
I'm
clear.
gonna double check the movement of my guy and move him into position, but you can go to the next turn.
Okay. Who is up next? Because new combatants have entered. Okay.
A new challenger has entered
Into the
fray.
fray. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't think I do it. Yeah, I want to dash. That guy's gaseous, so 35,
Well, we won't hold it against him.
45, 50.
I'm very jealous. I wanted to use gaseous
55,
form
60.
and them app spells.
Okay.
I'm going to try to shut him down, though.
I wasted my synaptic static.
This guy is going to
Should have held it.
use some magic. Well, no, he's going to move first. 5, 10, 15. And he is going to cast darkness. So then... Been a while.
If you have a counter spell.
He doesn't.
Do I
No,
counterspell?
Elva does not have counterspell. No.
Damn it.
I think I do.
Can you see him?
I
No,
think
no.
you.
I can't
know.
see him.
She's nowhere near, and I
I'm
don't.
not close enough.
I don't even think.
I can't see him.
I don't think Aang can even see this guy. So.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. So darkness getting cast. So let me put that into the chat because I need to look at it. Cast spell. 15
Dog needs to go out. So when I'm unprepared, that's why.
I'll attack the darkness.
All right. Can everybody see? Like I don't like not everybody. Like Adam, can you see what that cone is?
Yep.
Okay. And Elva, can you see it? Or,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Adam and Ed, using player names.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That area is dark. Not penetratable
now, I
by
can still
anything.
see part of a token. Does that mean I can still see part of that gaseous creature?
You can see that gassy creature's. Can you?
Well, would he have cast it on himself to cover, though?
He did.
I mean, well,
What's
he
your
didn't cast
intention?
it. He
No.
didn't cast
he didn't.
it. Somebody else cast it.
Somebody else cast it, and I had actually. I'm not gonna retcon this, but I'm pissed at myself because I had meant for him to move back as a gaseous cloud, but I forgot to do it. So that's my fault. So that's my fault. Yes, you can see a bit of gas escaping whatever the.
Okay.
Let me cast gaseous form because the cloud giant here has that as innate spell casting. So while in form. Okay, so he still looks like him. So I can't hear. I'm sorry. Something is really. Is that Adam? Is that? Can you...
Adam's mic is picking up his surroundings.
Oh, okay. Does he, while in the form of Misty Cloud, so he looks like a cloud, right? Or does he look like himself, just cloudy?
He. I mean, he takes on a gaseous form. He's a
think
misty cloud.
all of that's just flavor, right? Like, but he's still the same size that he is. So yeah, you would still see a bit of the cloud because of the way it is. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
done. You can see a corner of the cloud. Yes. Okay, so that'll bring us to Vela.
Vela can't see squat, so I can't see darkness, right? Like you said there was darkness cast, but I can't see
But if
that.
you haven't seen the circle yet, then your Vela hasn't affected.
Okay.
Because there's a circle on the map, so if you move to somewhere you can see that circle, that's the darkness.
Okay, Vela's moving. Come on! I'm colliding with the wall. That's 5, 10. I'm calling that 10. 15. There's no people. 20. Where are
Elva's
they?
pointing northeast.
Got it. 25, 30. And he's gassy, right? Needs a Tums.
Well, he is he's non-corporeal. While in this form, the target's only method of movement is flight speed of 10. Target can enter and occupy the space of another creature. Target has resistance to non-magical damage, and it has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. Target can pass, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, basically it just gives it resistance to stuff, but he can still get hit by almost all of your weapons.
Oh, so I can tell that there's a thing there? Like it's not just...
There's a cloudy
a
little bit
mist?
of... I mean, if you don't want a metagame, you wouldn't have known that he changed it
Okay.
into that. So
And he's in darkness, right? Like that's what that circle is around him?
Most of him is
most
in
of him,
darkness.
there's this square right here that is visible.
Right, okay.
I am not on the right.
It's fine, I figured out. I can tell what's visible.
Okay.
You're good. Then I'm going to 35. I'm gonna bonus action dash to this corner and then hide there with my action.
Okay. Give me a hide,
Yep,
because
I'm
a
working
cloud
on it.
giant isn't as silly as a ogre. $15. Okay.
Do I feel like there was some, like, would I feel like I could touch the goo that's in front of me?
It's not goo, it's mist.
Would I feel like I could touch it and hurt it?
I don't know. It's gas.
Yeah, I don't think she would think it was anything other than weird fog. Okay, then I'm done. That's all I've got. Bonus and action are done.
Okay. Ogre. This ogre. I don't like the dark. Gonna just hang out here.
What do you say?
He's speaking in giant, so Aang would know. He said,
Yeah, I assumed that. That's why I said, what do you say?
I don't like the dark. And this one
What
is
do you say?
gonna stay where he's at. Well, he's gonna move a little bit.
He doesn't like the dark.
Aang, you are up.
Hey, so let's finally do something. Seeing that I can see little bits of the gaseous, whatever this is, cloud giant, I'm going to, I have to read out what I'm doing. I'm going to essentially like shadow step right in front of him within striking distance. It gives me an advantage on my first martial first unarmed strike.
Okay.
Let me click. So I will,
I don't know where you
as
are.
an action.
He just moved. On yours, he's probably under the cloud giant, because on mine, he's in the corner of the cloud giant.
Okay, gotcha.
I get. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
You're
navigate this. So attack. I'll get advantage on the hit. So 25 to hit him. My fists are magical.
I was gonna say you're at magical fist period, so yep, this is full damage.
Magical
Right.
fisting.
I will hit the damage button and will also spend a key point to stun him.
Oh,
It is a DC 15 concentration.
Constitution.
Oh, yeah, Constitution.
Oh my God! He has a plus like a billion, and he's got plus 10. But yeah,
Yeah.
failed it. We have stunned Cloud.
Loses his gaseous form because he can't
Misty.
concentrate anymore.
Misty Cloud.
If he's stunned, he can't concentrate. You're right. So does he have to concentrate to maintain Misty or not Misty,
Gaseous
form? I don't know. Let's look. Gaseous
It is a concentration spell.
And since he cannot concentrate, right? Because if you're stunned, you can't. Okay.
Correct.
He is no longer gaseous. But he is I mean, I should probably impose a little bit because he's partially in darkness. He's got partial coverage, but I'm going to let it go. But he is still in darkness, so you're punching his feet.
Well, is he still? Because he just fell from the ceiling when he lost gaseous form. He just took 40 feet of fall damage.
The Cloud Giant wasn't up in the air necessarily. He just took gas form.
You said he was. You
I
said it all floated up to the ceiling.
I said that, but that's because I thought he was a cloud, and then I read it, and it's like he's still giant. Like I was like, is he a cloud or is he giant cloudy? Like is he in his? Is he still cloud giant shape, but he's all like cloud giant shape? And
it says he becomes a cloud, but it doesn't change. It doesn't say anything about changing like size.
Right. I don't, because otherwise, if his shape changed, then he would have to spread. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that he takes fall damage. I'm just gonna say that he's now available for you guys to hit.
He's now a giant again.
He's a giant, and I'm not imposing the cover from darkness because he's got a corner of him hit there that you guys can hit, and it's D&D doesn't.
Cover doesn't apply to melee anyway, but it might apply to range.
Right. It's not going to apply to range because the darkness doesn't give him cover. Right. Like it doesn't stop an arrow. The arrow's going to go through the darkness and hit him. So he has nothing. It's nothing. I was just thinking this through, talking it through. So he's pretty vulnerable. Anything else? He's stunned.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take my second attack on him. And he's stunned, so I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to knock him out. Woo!
Holy!
Nice.
Well, that's gonna do some shit.
Nice of Aang to show up.
So I will critical.
He's restraining himself.
He's holding back.
Oh,
but then rolled a 2 and a 1. That sucks so bad. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I am reacting to the shittiness of that on a crit after all that. But okay, he is less than half the giant he used to be. Although I don't know that you could tell that from a foot.
You just stubbed his toe.
That
showering blood.
That
just showered in blood.
That toe has a hangnail like you wouldn't believe. All of that shit where people were like, "Do you have yellow toenails?" Like all of that's going on for this guy.
Save that toenail for a strength potion.
Oh, that's actually a thing.
I know. Yeah. All of the giant strength potions have a toenail in them.
Yep.
Nice.
Ew.
It's true though.
Aang is gonna say, "You could have just given it away. Now we're going to take it." And I'm going to run back to the ceiling of the other side.
Yep. I got what you did.
Scale the entire ceiling.
Yep.
On the edge of darkness.
Which is a Bruce Springsteen album, and it's really good. All right.
I should be covered
if you
in
like
the darkness
people
at this
sing
point.
with socks in their mouth.
Sorry. As soon as you said it, I'm like, I gotta say something. The Edge of Darkness was his first Grammy Award-winning album. All right. Um. Is that Aang's go? You are on the other side without trouble. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
He is stunned until my
The
turn.
end of, or the
And
beginning
the
of
end of your next turn.
the end of your next turn.
Yep.
Yep.
End. Yeah.
So is he corporeal or is he still misty?
He is corporeal
Nope, he's-
because he lost his
Okay.
concentration.
Okay, I
Because
just
of the
wanted to
stun.
confirm. Thank you.
The stunning, yeah, that's as Matt Mercer put it, crazy ass monk shit. Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
That's it. Elva, you're up.
All right. Well, he happens to be 30 feet away. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these advantage hits.
On this toe.
Yep.
That'll hit.
First attack does
I'm-
15.
I'm gonna wait until you do all your hits. I'm not gonna. That'll hit.
Second attack does 13 more.
All right, we're 28.
Third attack.
That'll hit.
Oh, I didn't roll at advantage. I should roll again to see if I crit.
You should.
I didn't.
Okay. Did you roll an advantage on the other two?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So 19 more. So let's see. Total of
15, 28.
32 plus 15.
That's
40,
47.
47.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Do you know what giants need is an ability to heal? Oh, fuck. What did I do?
Need friends who would heal them. Like we have friends.
If they were nicer, maybe they would have friends that would
Yeah.
heal them.
All right.
Exactly.
Don't
Just
be
have
a
to make
dick.
better friends.
I messed something up, so I made an estimate here. Just in all honesty, if you guys watch the Twitch, I just made an estimate of how much he has left because I screwed something up. I don't remember how much he had, but he is currently less than a quarter of what he was, so it shouldn't impact your ability to.
You want us to rewind the Twitch and tell you how many he had?
No.
Let's go to the tape.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's necessary. But we can watch it at the end and see if anything would have happened differently. All right. Because I don't think anything different is going to happen here. Is that Elva's go?
Yep. Yep.
All right. The cloud giant is going to.
Do nothing because he's stunned.
Damn it! You're right. All right, Merryweather, you're up.
Dash over to Robespierre. And that's what I got.
Okay. Newbin, your go.
So Noob's going to start out by going 10 feet this way. Aha! I knew it.
Punch this toe.
10 feet this way. 10 feet this way. I still don't know what the hell you're swinging at. Oh, there you are.
The toe.
So that's 20.
He hates these toes.
Man, if only I'd moved that darkness over one little bit more. Man, I'm so shitty at tactics.
So I can bonus action dash, right? And then still have my action?
It costs you a key point, but yes, you can.
Yeah, you'd have to
Kinda
step
low
of the
on those.
wind.
But I'm going to do that. So I'm down. All right. And then, ooh, there's more dudes in there. I couldn't see those before. All right, big fella, here we go. Should have died.
All right, he'll take 10 points of damage. If you're not rolling at advantage, Tony, you can roll at advantage because he's stunned.
Holy crap. Well, all right, let's back up.
Okay, I will put that damage back.
Back that truck up.
Okay, so the 22 beats the
Okay.
12. So the 22 and 10 is still there. Okay. And then the 29, roll the 29 again to see if you would have critted. Okay, you wouldn't have. So just roll damage. Oh, you already had, actually. We'll take the 12. It's higher. Oh, no,
Alright.
that's not the...
So
no,
The 12
no,
is an attack.
no, I'm sorry. The 9 is correct, right? The 9 is correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
We fill up.
Yeah, he's still up.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and use another one here.
Okay. He's still up. He's still up.
Man. All right, so that's all I got.
Okay. This is delaying the inevitable here. But I will see if anything. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's it, ogre.
All right, Robes, you're up.
All right, I'm going to run around the corner 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and get on the action.
Yep.
Say, what do we do? Killing here, some kind of toe?
I love how he's
Yes.
going to die to like podiatry. Like
We're slicing that tendon.
he's gonna die from foot wound.
I
All
was
right,
lifting
so-
up the toenail and punching underneath so it would hurt more.
Oh,
gross.
It's so gross.
14. That misses.
It might. No,
Punch him in the toe
it
jam.
just hits.
You have advantage.
Alright,
too
I'm
on all
assuming
the
this-
hits.
Oh,
gonna
and
be-
you have advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just
Roll
roll this
it,
again
roll
just
it.
in case we
Yeah.
get crit. Why not?
Real close,
Oh,
but
almost.
yeah,
If he was Hexblade Cursed, that would have been crit.
yep.
All right. Wait, I think we got cut these Achilles. I think there's some kind of vein in the leg. Let's go for that. So
That
26.
dead.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll just draw a wave across. Like, it's I'm not just stabbing his toe. I'm trying to like find like an important vein in the ankle and just cut it.
And you hear this muffled because the darkness spell doesn't dissipate when he dies, and you hear,
And I will step into the
Well,
darkness and
If I spoke
I
giant,
have-
I would know he'd said death first. So
I don't speak giant. I will step in and I have Crown of Stars, which does give me some light. It's magical light.
so
it's also a higher
7th
level
level
spell.
it is a
Yeah,
higher
it's a
level
very
spell.
high level spell.
Okay, so you
I'm
can.
assuming I can see enough,
You just walked into an ogre.
and that's what
Well,
I was
in
looking
that
for.
just-
No, you
Tries
didn't.
out- we can all see now
Oh,
because
does
you have light from a higher level spell than darkness. It's dispelled.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, that's what darkness says. It can only be dispelled by light from a higher level spell, and you just walked in with a 7th level spell that casts light.
Yeah. Do I have to cast it though, or is it just have it
No.
having been cast?
Nope, he's right. It actually says it very clearly here. If any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of 2nd level or lower, the spell that created the light is dispelled. Oh, well, it doesn't say it dispels the darkness. Wait, where's that? If a creature with dark and non-magical light can illuminate it, but that means it can illuminate it. It doesn't say it dispels it.
It doesn't have that. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of an older version because it used to absolutely say that a higher level spell
No, I think
that
it
sheds
actually
light dispels it.
it does it
Like
the
the other way
it
around.
does it the opposite. If it's lower than 2nd level, the light spell is dispelled.
Well, either way, I have dim light that's magical.
Yep.
So can I see the ogre? Do I get advantage at all, or does the ogre?
I'm gonna actually walk that back
Or is it
because
like
I was
equally?
doing a flavor thing and then you walked in there, and the flavor thing is as you walk into the giant's body and you can see an ogre that is being crushed slowly to death by the giant's body laying on it. Because I was doing a thing where the giant fell over and crushed the ogre that was behind it.
Nice.
So there's an ogre slowly dying underneath this giant is what you see as you walk, and you
Cool.
have to walk. The giant's body is almost taking up the entirety of
yeah.
the sphere of darkness. So
So
you're,
I
then that
would
would be-
argue, that the Crown of Stars does not dispel it, but overpowers it.
that's what we said. He's
because-
got dim light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all do because he's brought that light in there. Because Crown
Yeah.
of Stars isn't specific to him;
Okay.
it sheds light.
Okay.
So can I see? So it's dim light for 30 feet. I
Well,
see-
then you guys can see through all of it. I'm going to dispel the spell just because the mechanics of Forge actually would,
Yeah.
it makes that
Okay.
stupid. So, 1 second.
Then I'm gonna bonus action sling it at this cloaked-looking ogre. I think that ogre is their leader.
And I am.
I will go ahead and just
so
Fire it
bummed
off.
that I was waiting for his turn so he could go invisible.
Oh, well, he might still.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. All right, you fling. What are you flinging at the ogre? The last crown of.
Yeah, it's not going to kill him. It's 27 points, though.
Okay.
I got 2 more motes left.
Okay.
So the radiant damage just...
Oh,
shoots into him.
he actually might be vulnerable to that.
Or resistant.
I don't think he's resistant.
I'm assuming he's an Oni.
He has nothing. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
But this is all like rough terrain here, right? Is that what you're saying?
Rough terrain walking.
Like
I'm gonna for funsies say that walking over a giant's body on a rock that's choking out this ogre here is. I'm gonna put the dead on him just so you guys know he is slowly dying. I should really put the cloud giant body on here so you guys could know. But I'll just draw it.
But that's rough terrain. We have to climb over the body.
You have to climb over this body here.
Cool. That's fair.
Okay. And then this ogre here, I'm wiping out.
Nice. 2 for 1.
Because I think it's funny. All right. All right. So that was Robes' go. The Oni gets to go. And the Oni gonna go invisible. All right.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Who just popped out?
Ed.
You
Ed.
lost Ed? That never happens. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
5, 4, 3. He went invisible along with the Oni.
Mhm.
Oh, his internet died.
Oh, did he just write that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. Our faces are in the wrong section. Is the Oni doing anything else?
I'll worry about. I'm assuming Ed's internet will come back, so I'm just gonna leave everybody where they're at for now. The only people watching right now, I think, are Robin and Adam. So
I'm not watching. It just happens to be logged in.
I
so.
know. Yeah, I haven't even checked in a while. Galaxians. Hey, how you doing? All right.
Hey, Galaxian.
Oh, and over PJP. I just finished my Elder Night. Oh, that's fun. Welcome over PBJ too. Thanks for stopping by.
The chat,
oh,
so
and
I can see
and
what
Rimlock.
people say.
Hey, hi everybody.
Hey, Rimlock. I was gonna say I told Rimlock we were playing tonight, but
Nice.
he came over.
Hi, thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Well, we're the coolest.
We have 4 people watching. Yeah.
That's probably be a record.
It's not. Actually, we've had quite a few people watching. Actually, this game. So we've gotten up to I think 16, but it was for a very short period of time. All right. If it were our goal, I think we'd probably work at it harder. But thanks everybody for stopping by. All right. So Ed has had internet trouble. Is anybody keeping an eye on Ed chatting here or?
Yes.
Okay.
He's chatting with us in a private message, not in a Discord channel.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not seeing it, so
No,
must be chatting with you.
he's sending
chatting
it.
with our-
He's sending it.
When you say us, you mean specific us. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. To become
No,
one
that's
us.
all right.
You mean Vela and Robes? All right. All right. Because I hear you guys are moving in together. So with that was the Oni's go. Vela is up.
Yeah, she is. And there is no Oni to be seen. There's this fun demon behind me.
And
I'm gonna turn behind and wave, and then I'm gonna come around the corner. 5.
Now you're in now you're Ed's back. You're in difficult terrain if you climb over the body.
And 15. 20, 25. And
Dying ogre. You're standing over, like he's gasping.
dead ogre.
His chest is crushing.
Okay.
Um,
35 is there. I'm going to bonus action hide behind him.
Okay.
And then shoot the ogre that is behind him.
You're hidden,
This-
so you
this.
had advantage on that roll. It doesn't matter, but you might crit.
No, that
so-
was my.
Oh, that was
that
your
still was a
hide.
hit.
That was your hide. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these guys have no chance.
Oh.
There it is. Crit hit
Oh yeah.
on the sneak attack.
Plus, does 1d8 go up? Does my sneak do anything different? No. Right?
You get double.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, everything doubles,
Yeah.
including the sneak attack.
Okay.
Why?
There you go.
Sorry. 1 second.
23.
I was going to say, is it over 59? Okay.
No, it is
Alright.
not.
All right. Funk arrow goes
I am
into ogre.
hidden, and there is an arrow protruding out
Well,
of his nostril.
Technically, you are not hidden anymore. You hid and you
All
shot
right.
that you are no longer hidden.
Paul, when you
Fair
get
enough.
a chance, will you boot me from the game so my user is available again?
Remove you from the game? Is that what I should do?
And can you like right click on my name in Foundry to
Oh, kick.
like,
Oh,
say-
all right. Kick player. You are kicked.
yeah,
All right.
because I can't log back in because it says I'm already there.
All right. I kicked you. Come back. Come back, Ed. I didn't
No,
mean to
it's
kick
not.
you.
It's still not recognizing it. I'm working on it.
Well, wait. Maybe refresh because it does now
did.
say for me you are no longer here.
It did refresh, but I'm working on it. We'll see.
Should I refresh? Should we? Let's take a 5-minute bio break in the middle of this combat, and so that I can refresh this, and we'll. Yeah, that just seems like a good time. It's almost 9, so let's just take a small break. We'll be right back, everybody. Muting now.
We are for me too, just for the record.
Hi, everybody. We're back. And we are in the midst of combat. That was just a quick, let's get our internet sorted. Foundry decided it didn't want Ed to be here, and we told Foundry to F itself. Alright, so it is all sorted. Everybody's back. And we were right in the midst of combat, so Vela just went, right? Okay, Vela went.
Yeah.
So Ogre gets to go.
Ogre Louis.
Ogre is going to I see Erebos, and he is going to club at Vela. So
Which one? Oh, boo.
9 will miss because Ogre apparently suck.
I'm very lithe.
You are
Ogre Louis.
This Ogre 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. He's going to javelin at Vela. He's only got the one. I think they only come with one javelin. So normal 14 to hit. No way. And that is the Ogre's go, and that'll bring us to Aang. So Aang, you knocked him. You stunned that guy. He has since been killed. The darkness circle, I believe, is still there. Is it? Wait a minute.
It's still there, but the Crown of Stars is overpowering it.
Yeah, but it might not be there anymore either. 1 second, please.
Oh, because concentration was shifted to a different spell, maybe.
Yep, and he did go invisible, and
I don't know if darkness is a concentration spell. I think it is.
I don't know, and I'm about to find out. Darkness.
It sure is.
It sure is, and so is invisibility. So the darkness is gone, and that's it. So that square is just that, and obviously this is not affecting Aang because he's dancing on the ceiling, and so he is over the ogre's body. But if you were to go to the ground, you have to walk over the ogre's body. But I think monks can kind of disregard that anyway. Anyway,
I probably didn't see the Oni go invisible, right? It was
no, that would have been difficult for you to see.
all right. I'm going to.
No, I think you dim light.
Well, until it cast it, it was behind the darkness, which was only dim light.
Yeah, it's a possibility you saw it. I don't want to get into dice rolling over that. I'm just gonna say, sure.
I want to take a perception roll to see if I can see blood where there isn't a creature at. Make sense? He was hit.
He was hit. So, are you looking to see if there's still dripping blood from the creature? Okay, sure. Pretty high perception check DC.
Yep, yeah.
Like really high.
You got this, Adam. Oh.
No, you don't.
Do we have an inspiration floating around? It's like we had an inspiration.
I gave everybody inspiration at the beginning.
I don't remember.
So Aang, you
did.
Today?
No, just at the beginning of this adventure, I said we don't have any rolls and we're not doing any purchases, so I gave everybody
At the beginning of last session.
the beginning of last session, so.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
And
Crawl it on the wall.
think only Winston used it, so I think all of you still probably have inspiration. Except Winston, sorry. Okay.
I'm going to go there. If I didn't perceive any type of blood or anything, I'm going to crawl on a
You did not?
ceiling. I know the guy is invisible, so I'm going to dodge.
Okay, you take the dodge. You got it. And that will bring us to Elva.
All right. 5, 10. I'm going to step through Vela and attack this ogre.
Okay.
barely have to step through. I'm like snuggling into the ogre and
I may
the
not
dead
have
ogre in
even
front of
seen
me.
them.
Yeah, I'm very sneaky.
23 for sure.
13.
All right, I'm again gonna. Well, actually, it's harder to wait. It's easier for me to just type them in as they go. I realized that the last time. All right, 14 hits.
Yeah, look, Founder do the math for you.
Yeah.
Second attack does 16 more damage, so 29 total.
Okay,
And if it's still up, I'll take a third attack
it's still up. 28 hits.
and
for
deal another 22 damage.
Wow. And you have proven your earlier point, Ed, in the fact that the ogre had full health at the beginning and is still up at the end of your attack.
It's pretty rare for me to get that high.
Yeah. I mean, it's in bad shape. But, yeah, you didn't kill it in one go. Okay. But it's red and it's a sliver. Okay. Anything else, Alva?
I will use my bonus action to say, I told you so.
Mary, you're up.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna move closer to my friends.
I see my
And-
friends.
Yeah, and I'll try to. This is the one I can see the best, so I'm gonna aim for him.
You got it. Can you see the other one at all?
Yeah,
So you can horde breaker. Okay.
I just see all of this guy, so
19 will hit.
all right. And I'll horde breaker attack the back head, whatever part of the one
Defi-
below it.
Definitely hit. And let's see if you kill it. You do! So like you grazed the back of its head by 1 hit point. It had 8 and you did 9 and it falls over dead in front of Elva as this arrow just right into the ear.
Oh. Wow.
I use my second attack to go for the first one again.
Yep, you got it. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 20. It stopped on the 20 on my screen. I don't know.
But it's not bad damage.
No, it's not.
Well,
But that
same.
ogre lives for a little while longer. All right.
And then I'm just gonna step around the corner.
You got it. Newman, you are up.
All right. So let's see here. Noob's coming. Wrong thing. Coming in here. Oh!
There it is. Well, let's watch this guy go down.
And it's still only 10.
Oh, no, he won't go down. Sorry.
It's a 12 hit.
It does, because they have an 11 armor class.
Right on.
Okay.
Got more damage when it wasn't a critical.
Yeah, that always sucks. But he's still up.
Haven't been the highest damage. Like, that's so disappointing, right? When you
I know.
It is. It is. You flurrying? You spot another key?
I am.
Oh, that's a crit miss. That will hit, though. Ooh, he still stands.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Well, that will bring us to this ogre who is going to great club swing at Nubin as he pretty much looks like he's going to fall on Nubin. As in over dead. 19.
Just hits.
All right. 11 points of bludgeoning damage to Nubin from this dying ogre. And that's all he's got. So Robespierre, you're up.
Noob, I think there's something you might want to do in reaction to that.
Oh,
To a great club?
No, your angry words.
I'll
rebuke.
I'll
rebuke.
finish him off. But
Okay.
Oh, hellish rebuke. Yeah. Hell, I almost forgot to rebuke.
Ish rebuke.
I said angry words. Your angry words. Use your angry words.
Use your outside voice.
Saving throw 15. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
I take damage so infrequently I forget.
Nice.
Nice.
He
Sick
just,
burn.
You got a saving throw there, Paul.
yep, and he failed it. So he will
should do
take the damage. Oh yeah, he's got 1 hit point. So
Hmm.
he falls over the other direction underneath Aang, who is up on the ceiling. He in flames, right? That's infernal damage that just comes out.
That is correct.
And whoosh. So that will now bring us to robes.
And I'm like pulling Waith out of the sheath and like, I guess never mind, put him back. So yeah, I think there's one left, but I don't see it. So I'll climb up on top of the cloud giant and just kind of like look around. And I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast in 3 random directions, and I'm going to point.
Okay.
So here's one.
Okay.
Here's the other.
Okay.
And then here's the other. Either of those hit. Or those spaces where the person's at.
I mean, mechanics are you just roll at disadvantage. Do you want to play it this way?
I said he's invisible though, right?
Right.
But none of us even saw him go invisible, so like
Oh,
I don't
that's
think
true.
you
I
can
wouldn't
even
know
make
that.
the attack
Never
at
mind.
disadvantage. But
wouldn't even know
no,
he's
I think what you're doing makes sense.
I do.
So I'm in your corner because
I do
Elva
too.
would say something here cast invisibility. These ogres couldn't do it.
Right.
So something is still here with the capacity to cast magic.
Right. So yeah, let's play it that way. I think it's more fun. Did I hit it? It's like
And
Battleship.
if those targets would be in a space that it is in, then maybe you make the disadvantage attack.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
You could make
For
two.
Paul, I would say you should make 3. He should make 3 disadvantage attacks because you don't want to give away if any of those spaces are where it is.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Make 3 disadvantage. Thank you, Ed. I really appreciate the assist. Exactly so. Three disadvantaged attacks, and I will tell you.
Okay.
If any of them hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna do them in the order that I clicked. I don't know.
Yep. I
your
remember
decision.
them. Well, wait. Let's do this. This is what I remember. Winston. This, and this is what I remember.
It's about as good as my memory is. I just clicked randomly.
Okay. All right.
I'll take it.
One X.
Okay. Yeah. So the first was a 14, then a 22, and then a natural 1.
You hit.
Oh, no.
You sunk my battle. You sunk my battleship.
Max damage.
So do we see one of those Eldritch Blasts strike something?
Yeah, I think for funsies, like why not? Because otherwise it would I mean, Eldritch Blast. It has to hit you can't use Eldritch Blast against like a door or an enemy object.
It is target a creature.
A creature. So it hits. It just sort of. You see the effect of it hitting a wall, which is that just sort of dissipates harmlessly, no rocks fall, nothing, and then you see it hit a body-shaped thing right here, and it will take the 10 points of damage.
And a
and make a concentration check.
Oh, it will, yeah, you're right. Well, the damage doesn't make it anything worse than over 10, right? Like
yeah,
I just have to roll. I just have to roll.
Higher.
Yeah, so I just roll a d20, right? And add my con.
You
Oh,
con
it's a
check.
con save.
It's a con save.
Con save.
If it's got any bonuses or anything.
All right.
Yes.
Oh,
That's awesome.
unbelievable.
All right.
It had a plus
Nice.
6 on that. The odds of that were on every level. The odds of that were nothing.
Yeah, this has not gone in the Oni's favor at all. Whoa, now I'm just drawing shit. I had meant to grab this stuff to delete it.
He's so mad he's drawing.
He's peeing. Okay.
And the
This
snake
is my
demon's going to come
territory.
flying through, or the snake devil, I guess, is just going to come flying. He has a fly speed of 60.
Okay.
He just over everything and just drops on the ground and then just like flames, burns them up. And let's see if I got this to work. 19. Let me double check that. Plus 10, that seems high.
That does seem a little high.
What's my roll for Eldritch Blast? Actually, it's supposed to be plus 12, but whatever. I think no, it's plus 10.
Okay.
So 19, 19, 19. That what? Are those rolling?
Yeah.
That seems suspicious. I'm gonna roll one more just to make sure it's not broken.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This
3 19s in a row.
I mean,
Do they hit?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then damn it.
Robespierre becoming like man tonight, just spouting random formulas and
Let's see if this works this time. There's
Minus-
the first one, there's the second one, there's the third one for damage.
So minus 17, minus 16, minus
And
19.
And it's just like firing fireballs like Dragon Ball Z style.
Okay. Anything else from Rosie? This guy's she's burning his. He's patting himself out. All right. What? Anything else from Robespierre?
That's it. That's everything I can do.
It's the only.
Oh, you know what? It's
Oh.
not. I'm sorry. I just need to like chill, but I'm gonna do it because whatever. Bonus action. I'm gonna fire off a radiant blast, a radiant star.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta get all my shit together. It's just so complicated now. All of a sudden, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
I know
are
I'm
really
gonna
high
only have a
level.
demon. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all.
You're fine.
Here's my bonus action. 19.
again.
19 will hit. 19 will hit.
Robespierre
that'd be
can
33
absolutely
radiant
consistently deal more than
damage.
59 points in a round.
Yeah, he definitely did, and he falls over dead. I wanted.
I have one little star left.
I wanted to talk.
Oh no!
No, he didn't. He didn't. Don't let him lie to you.
Hang on,
I wanted a chance to lie to you.
I was never gonna revoke the OGL. Sorry.
Nice.
All right. That's my little dig. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm moving.
Oh fuck!
I'm moving.
Oh, hey, fella.
Oh, it is.
Where'd that guy come from?
He hid. He's like, I'm sorry. I don't want to die.
Well, that's gonna go poorly for him. Also, how did he move?
It's not his go. I don't know why he. Oh, he's. I'm sorry. I thought this was the guy that. Sorry. Well, I gave away where he is.
Well, none of us know that.
Vela, it's your turn.
Assuming the room is empty,
Yep.
Vela is going to 5, 10. Well, difficult terrain in front of me this direction. So that's 10, 20, 30, 35. And I'm going to bonus action dash 5, 10, 15, 20.
Hi, Mary.
There's a boulder here, or not, but
30,
I'm leaning
35.
against it. Maybe you could come check it out.
What did you find there?
I don't
Sorry,
know.
throw with it.
There's a little circular thing that I don't know if it's a boulder. So
Yeah.
I was saying, I don't know if we've got another boulder here,
Oh.
but maybe you can
Got it.
come check it out.
Oh, let me explain. Because I didn't realize because I wasn't paying a terrible amount of attention when you moved over here that boulder got pushed aside, and that boulder got pushed aside
Okay.
because that ridiculously small passage is how the cloud giant got out.
Oh,
Nice.
so would I be able to see down the passage then?
I
'Cause it
have
basically
Yeah,
just
there's no wall there.
I have the door open. It like that should shut it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
So you just have to get up there and look
you
down.
you have to move a little closer to be able to look past the
Oh,
boulder that got
okay.
pushed out.
Never
It's like-
mind then. I
Yep.
wouldn't have called to you. Because to me,
It's
it looked
fine. I
like
would've
it was
come by
still
you
blocking.
anyway.
Oh,
the door,
I
so-
feel like you could have seen it was open. Sorry, I'm gonna make that DM call, Robin. Like you could.
Yeah, I'm
you-
saying I wouldn't have said that. I just didn't realize how it turned. It just
Oh.
looked like it went to black, and all I could see was a rock. So I was thinking I was finding a boulder, but
Okay,
never
you
mind.
you actually found an open passage that had a boulder, and you would know that. So does that
Okay.
change what you would think
no,
or say?
because
Okay.
I wouldn't call her over to find the boulder that isn't there. So I'm just standing by
It's
it. now.
okay though, because I would have come by Mary and said, I think we cleared the room. Have you seen any more down here?
I haven't seen anything.
You haven't seen any ogres? Are you blind?
No, no, nope.
Are
I've
you
seen
okay?
anything down
Are you
here?
hurt?
You asked me if
Oh.
I saw anything down here, and I said no, I haven't seen anything.
I was like, you haven't bought anything so far today?
You've seen her since then. Aang.
I know.
Aang,
I'm good.
you're up.
Seeing as the last person I stripped the thread from was a helpless old lady, I'm gonna search the Oni's body.
Okay. The Oni's body was right here, right where you are. Well done.
Yep.
And I need to go to the read the notes section here. I should pop that out so it's not in the chat. Okay. On the Oni's body, you find a. Well, actually, you need to give me an investigation check. But
Clicking on it. So this is one of my check marks. Does that mean I do advantage or just normal, and it just adds a bonus?
it adds the bonus. It
Yeah.
automatically adds the bonus. Yep.
Oh my god! From an 18.
Okay. Well, what you do find on the body that's not too, it's fairly easy for you to find, is a pouch containing 6 500 gold piece gems, worth 500 gold piece. And on around its throat is a string of orange beads.
Eat them.
Yeah, eat them. Eat all of them.
I'm pretty proficient in Arcana.
They're oranges. You might have scurvy. Eat them.
I know
Vitamin C,
what-
baby.
Is that magic based?
Avoid scurvy.
Give me an Arcana check. Yeah, these are magic. I mean, you don't know what they are. You don't have identifier or anything from an Arcana check, but you're fairly sure these are magic.
They're magic vitamin C drops.
They're cold E's.
The
They're
pouch
Ricola.
of gold or whatever, the pouch of stuff and the beads.
That just.
I'm gonna throw down.
Oh, okay.
Throw down at the feet of the Oni. It's not what I'm looking for. So I took 35 movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's where I am because I'm going to walk up to the cloud giant.
Okay. And
I'm going to take the dodge action.
All right. That will be Aang's go. Elvo, what are you doing?
So the ogre that we don't see any enemies.
Where you
Right.
are at, no, Aang?
Because the ogre that moved in didn't really move in.
He didn't move in, no.
Okay.
Because it wasn't his turn yet.
Yeah, okay. Right. Well, I'm well, I haven't been in the room. I'm going to move further into the room.
Okay.
Oh, I see him.
Oh, God! God! Don't hurt Stan!
If he uses his reaction to say that
Yep.
in broken common,
Yep.
I will point my sword at him and say, we have it looks to be a surrenderee.
Have you seen Bill?
Surrenderer. Surrenderer.
Where's Bill? Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't take any names on the way through.
I'm Stan.
Hello, Stan. I'm Elva. And that's my 6 seconds.
And that's 6 seconds, and that's 6 seconds because nobody's fought, I'm taking us out of an initiative order. And combat, unless somebody wants to do anything, he is surrendering. He puts his great club down, and he goes, I don't want to be here.
Nubin's
It
going to
is
search.
cold.
Nubin's going to search the body of the cloud giant.
Give me an investigation check.
And find nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, a 5's a rough go. And
Okay, so I have this is totally for flavor.
yeah,
In the picture, it was wearing a necklace, and I'm kind of wanting the necklace.
okay.
And since it's a giant necklace, I was thinking I would wear it like a sash.
Yeah, that totally. Okay. You are wearing the equivalent of a giant puka shell sash.
And it is another trophy, just like the teeth that are hanging in my beard.
Gotcha. Yep, you can totally
Gross.
take the necklace. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Man, I need
So,
I need to
What do
redo
we
the
do about
drawings.
Stan here?
Stan.
Oh, Stan, your friend Bill is dead.
Bill dead?
Bill
Well,
dead.
most everything between the entrance and here is.
Can Stan go? Stan doesn't care about the lady. Stan just wants to go.
We are going to need a little more information.
What lady?
That's the information.
Stan, lady over that way, and he points to the west. King wants to keep the lady. King thinks the lady's gonna help, but the lady's not gonna help. I don't care. I want to
What
go
does the lady
home.
look like?
Very big. She's got blue skin. She's pretty.
And does the lady have something around her ankle or finger that is like a black thread?
Not threads, no. Well, unless it's a very fat thread. She's got big.
Is that with a PH?
You know. No, she's. I don't think. Oh man, I can't make a joke. I was gonna do a whole thing about. No. They're not wearing thread. She's got. Like, unless. And he holds up like this big. He goes, unless thread this big. Those are on ankles.
Does it look like spider web?
No, looks like iron.
Right. Less likely to be thread then.
If you say so. So Stan can go?
Well, looking at the rest of the group, by every indication to me, Stan has not raised a weapon against any of us,
I don't even
and I'm not
know.
inclined to take a life willy-nilly.
I don't even like these people. I was here because we were gonna get some food. And he points at the Oni and he goes, he was the guy who got us food. We always got food, and then we came here and shit got cold. It's so cold here.
Listen, Stan, I will tell you something. As you know that I am a very powerful spellcaster, as you just saw. I am going to cast a spell on you that lets me
No.
see what you are doing at all times.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you that you need to leave and not talk to anyone on the way out but us or anything. And if you leave, I will not summon my demon to chase you. Obviously, I don't have that ability, so I'm completely lying.
Yeah, the chances of this failing are infinitesimal. Not infinitesimal. It's like probably a 1 in 50.
It's a 5% chance, because you could roll a 1.
No,
22
because
deception.
I mean I mean there is an opposed roll, right? Like he has a wisdom check. It's just so low.
Maybe he crits.
He could crit, right? Well, crit doesn't auto success in this, but you have
That's
you have a 22.
Yeah, if he has a negative modifier, even if he crits.
He can't make it, right? Oh. No, I promise. And he points at an armband, and you guys have seen this armband before. Aang, you may not have. But
The one that says guard that we saw in the guys upstairs?
no, there was a guest one.
The visitor one, yeah.
The visitor band, and he's got the visitor band. I'll just walk home. They won't bother me. I'll just go home.
Okay. Well, I'll cast a spell now. I'll just kind of like I'll just cast. You know what? Let me see what I can cast. I'll
And
cast.
he's gonna look at you just in awe, and then he's like, I don't even like. I mean, fuck ice. Like, this sucks. I want to go to the trees. I used to live in trees.
As this is happening, I'm going to cast light on the very back of Robespierre's
There
head.
we go. That'll work. I'll just kind of make
It's
a
like a
gesture that I'm
halo.
casting.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'll leave club. I don't even need it. Wait. Can I take my javelin? It's a long
Of
walk.
course.
It's a long walk. I might need a little something.
Of course you can dig it.
Make a move against you guys. He threw a freaking javelin.
He didn't. He's been hiding in this room the whole time.
Okay.
All right, and he actually like puts it behind his back and is holding his hands up as he walks away. Okay. Oh. You
Goodbye, Stan. Farewell.
punched the fuck out of that toe. You go this.
Watch your
Okay.
toes on the way out.
No, and he takes the time. Okay, back it up, and then he will leave. And Stan leaves. All right.
Right, so there's a scary giant lady somewhere. And if
To
memory
get around
serves,
the corner. Like, while you guys were doing that, can I peek around the corner here to
Yeah.
see what
For sure you
I'm,
can.
I'm actually
Yeah.
looking at?
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause-
Go ahead.
Oh,
What?
it's just more tunnel. All right.
Oh, wait,
never
hold
mind.
on,
I didn't
hold on.
mean
No,
to
no,
interrupt,
no, Robin. Sorry. Let me make sure you see what I. Yeah. No, that's not what you see. The walls are a little disingenuous here. I'll move you forward a little more.
their wall game is
It's
overzealous.
Well, it's overzealous because giants couldn't move through this, and okay. It's nice that I didn't have to draw them all. Like when I
to be
imported
in a
this,
position to see if something would be coming. That's all. And I didn't want too much conversation to
You-
happen before, and
you
then something comes.
definitely could have crept forward enough and peeked over the edge here. I think that's like the way it's. If we were doing this theater of the mind and you told me you were creeping around, this would have been. I would have described totally what you see here without you, making
Okay.
yourself overly visible. And it is empty. You can
Okay,
tell.
that's all I wanted to see. I just didn't want something sneaking up on us.
This
So-
is a torch-lit place, so you already saw light here. I have turned the light off for convenience of players, but if there's not torch, so this area here is torch-lit. There are tapestries, and this is a comfortable chamber with skins and hides covering the floor and a bed heaped with soft pelts. Furnishings in this room include a chest, a bag, 2 chairs, a small cabinet. It is currently empty.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, all I wanted to do was make sure nothing was sneaking up on us. And it
That's
looks
fine.
like it's a room. It's not going where I know the object was pinging. So
Okay.
that's all I need.
Okay. You can move yourself wherever you want to be. I just wanted to move you forward so you could see the drawing.
So I could see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything? We're out of initiative, so you guys so that we're not willy-nilly. Just tell me what you want to do. Don't move your tokens. And
I'd like to talk to Aang.
okay.
Thing is, while they were talking to the scared ogre that went over to the cloud giant to search the cloud giant, then I'm starting to murmur to myself again.
Okay.
Cool. That's what I want to talk to you about. It's perfect.
And while you're murmuring, you can make an investigation check because Newman didn't find anything.
Okay. 25.
Okay. I am going.
Slightly higher than I did.
I'm going to gonna add a little flavor here, because I wasn't sure if those were tusks or rings. I'm gonna say they're lip rings, and I'm gonna say as you're looking at the body, Aang, you notice that one of the lip rings is carved. Now, what languages do you speak?
All of them.
Oh, all languages? Oh, that's
Yeah, it's a monk
Yeah.
thing.
okay. In Undercommon, you read all of this. I am beholden to the Spider Queen. Um, and so you have like this whole like this was a holy warrior who has decided to do, you know, so you just took out one of Lilith's agents on Earth, on Oerth. Uh, and the other stuff that you find is Noob found the Noob got the necklace off that guy, right? On this dude, you find. Well, first off, you get to make a giant bag roll. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I forgot it's giant bag roll time. I love giant bag.
it is
Is
my
it
favorite
D20?
thing about this.
No, I actually have a table, and so when it rolls items in a giant's bag. Here we go.
Come on, live goat. Go, go, go.
A giant-sized pair of old sandals. Not some of it's great, but usually it's bullshit like this. And then, but also the good stuff. You find on the giant's body uh, a uh, silver belt. It's underneath sort of his tunic, and it's inset with a strange sort of like might be an ivory, maybe not, and gems. And your guess is it's worth probably 600 gold or more. Um, and uh, in it, there is a extremely large parchment tucked into it. Like when you unfold it, it's not extremely large, but it looks like it's supposed to be a note, but to you it looks like it's put on poster paper. Um, and in giant it says, "The Jarl's resolve is weakening. Convince him."
Okay. But nothing that would indicate where a thread would be, right?
No, unfortunately, nothing like that.
I am going to take all of the stuff, and I'll throw it to the feet
Okay.
of
So the note
of
and
the.
and the belt go to the feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm assuming is Newman still kind of close?
Yep. Newman's right by you. He's taking the
Look at.
he's affixing a sash as you're doing this.
I'll walk past him and say, "Vultures, the valuables are at the feet of the enemy." I'll just walk past while I'm murmuring.
Okay. All right.
I'll continue to explore. So if Rosepeter is following, he'll have to follow me as I'm starting to explore this little area.
I think as you're searching, he could have caught up with you, so Robes can tail you as you go. Because it would take a turn for you to search the body, so he could.
I'd be kind of like watching him. Like I'm thinking, like maybe like downstream from the giant, and try to catch him when he's walking off.
Okay.
And I won't be aggressive or anything. I'll just be like, "You're murmuring again, friend. Could you explain what that's all about?"
Yes, you all have allowed. I don't even know the amount of ogres that you have destroyed, so I'm going to give you a random number. You have brought 10 souls to the great beyond, and I'm simply thanking them for their sacrifice and telling them that their death will not be in vain as I attempt to interact with them in order for me to do what I've been blessed to be able to do.
And what is that blessing?
Same thing as your other friend. I have the ability to manipulate ki.
And you do that with the souls of those that we kill?
I believe that ki is all souls, so of fallen people and of everyone.
Is that why you don't like to kill? Why you like to sit back?
Well, these deaths were in vain. They're not competition at all to any of us. They didn't need to be snuffed out.
That's one way to look at it. I look at it as they were quite a bit more than us, and there's a lot more than that they could come raise. So we killed them because we had to, because they would not surrender.
Do you feel compelled to stomp on a mound of ants?
Well, I guess if they are biting me,
Fair enough.
listen, I will be blunt with you. You are clearly walk a darker path than your cousin Cora or your sister Cora, my cousin. I'm losing track of the family tree. I am someone who can walk the line myself at times. Shh, wait, go to sleep. I will just
All right, dude.
plug your ears.
All right, dude. I'm plugging them.
I would just say that
Earmuffs, Waith.
this party does not look kindly upon those who would use others. So just be careful. That's all I would say. Consider the favor to a distant cousin. And I'll just kind of walk off. Let him explore.
All right. What are the rest? Adam, I have to ask now. I need you for one more game, if that's okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought we'd wrap it, but we're not gonna. So
I'm good for sure until February, 1st of February. Then I start becoming busy.
okay. Cool.
Is that? I don't think our next game is before that.
Yeah, our next game is the 5th of February.
Yep.
Let me pull up my calendar. I mean, either way, I can make it Sunday. Sundays work. I just start becoming more busy. So
We'll try to wrap you
depending
up.
on-
We'll wrap you up as Aang by that one for sure. And then if not, then you can tell me what Aang would do, and I'll play him if you get too busy. So I know it's yeah, working and going to school at the same time sucks. So okay, all right. So there was a roll. Nuba's stealthing.
There was a roll. Without anybody noticing, Nubin's going to walk over and take the necklace and the pouch of gems
Okay.
that were thrown at the feet
Oh.
of the Oni.
Yeah.
The necklace. Oh yeah, that's
the
right.
Oni's
Yeah.
anal
Yep.
beads.
Yep. Okay.
Wow, that's bad.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna retract my previous statement. Don't eat them.
All right,
A
all
little
right,
fishy.
oh, dude. All right. So you grab Nubin grabs the beads and
Those aren't gonna help with your scurvy, Nubin.
the belt. And are they going into the party loot, or is Nubin claiming them for himself? Is Nubin taking
They're
a
just-
darker turn?
Oh, it's not a darker turn. I'm just going to drop. I didn't want Aang to see that I took them.
Okay. All right. Aang does not seem to have cared, so I'm not even gonna roll to see if he saw you take them, unless he wants to do a perception check.
Well, that beats my passive by 3, and my passive is
It's
20. So
Yeah, that's a pretty high passive. What's your passive, Aang?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, no, you don't see that at all. So, and I don't think you care. Is the tone I picked up on. I want to know what's going on with Mary and Vela right now. Over there to the west.
I think I would have just told Vela what I saw around the corner in case she wants to check it out.
Okay.
Just seems like a room, pretty nice room. Not sure. I don't think the thing we're looking for is in here because, I mean, when I cast locate object, this was not the area. But you're pretty good at finding things. Maybe there's other clues.
Yeah, you know you've moved in the exact opposite direction, but because you knew you had to, like you weren't gonna find it the way you were. So, is it still operational? Is it still active?
Oh, not anymore. I mean, if
Okay.
it could be moving or whatever, but
Okay, but you still actually kind of always. I think we had said because you're a cartographer, you would have a fairly good
I
idea.
know where I had pinged it
Right.
basically, and this is not spatially where that was.
Whoa, that's the. Whoa, what did I just do?
Ooh,
That's
I don't
that.
know.
you've
Not.
moved us to Mars.
No.
The blood moon.
You've
Quite a
crossed into
circle.
the Critical Role campaign, and now you guys are in Ruidus and in a lot of trouble. Uh, no.
Blood moon has risen.
I want this.
It is time, my brethren.
Mary, you are now thinking it's about 300 feet southeast of you. Because I think we said because you're a cartographer, you'd have a fairly good idea of how far away you moved from where you pinged. So you are 305 feet northwest of where you were, where it was.
Right. I mean, I know we were trying to find a way to loop around,
Right.
and we went basically northwest. So
I
you
just
know.
I just think I think it's fun to update with that a little bit, just
Okay.
so that you have that in mind, and it's kind of a fun, I think, reminder.
But I will just let
Also, it
Vela
makes
know.
the cartographer thing cool, and I want to lean into that a little bit.
So as I'm writing an update on my map, what
Yeah.
these rooms are and what
Yeah.
I'm seeing, I'll mention to Vela, you know, that there might be some interesting things to find in here if you're so inclined.
Uh, okay. Do you think we're good? There's no more. Okay.
I don't see anything coming this way. I mean, you can. I just do what you want. I'm just telling you what I see. So
I'll come into the room and I'll look through the chests in the room and the drawers in the desk to see if there's any indication of locations within the cave or specific items of value that are being tucked away.
Give me a perception check.
Aw, man.
You can
I
use
thought those were
investigation.
specific enough.
You can use
Oh, okay.
investigation. Yeah. Sorry.
I was like specifically naming what I was looking for.
So
you win because I'm sucky at investigation. So I was assuming.
so there's a chest, and it just the 27 doesn't help with that. You saw a frickin' chest, and it's not locked. But it's giant sized, and so you just creak it open a little bit, and you look inside this chest, and there's got to be over 2,000 gold pieces in this chest. And there's a note written on it. What languages does Vela speak?
Vela speaks Thieves Can't Common and Elvish.
It seems familiar, but is not a tongue you can. The letters look Elvish, but it is not a language you speak.
Mary, can you read this?
Probably not, but I'll take a look.
Okay.
Let's see. I speak Druidic, Elvish, Giant, Goblin, and
Nope.
Common.
Same problem that she runs into. Elvish letters you recognize. But
It
you
must
have
be Sylvan. I'll assume it's Sylvan.
Or Drow.
And-
We've run into this script before. I don't know if
Okay.
they have their own language, but
yeah. I mean, some part of this looks like it might say Shalagala somewhere.
I'll keep looking. Do you want to see if you can get Elva? Maybe she has like the Fae background. Maybe she can read it.
I can try to see what they're up to.
You as you keep looking around, you don't find any secret doors or anything. With that roll, you find everything in the room. And in the room is mostly that gold, but also that note. Then you find another one of those visitor armbands. For you, it would be a belt.
I'll wear it,
Okay.
but under my cloak of billowing, not over.
Okay. And so you feel like you might have like a little bit of a visitor badge in here. And then you find also like a giant, like it's a scroll. It's scroll sized. It's under the bed. And it's not like hidden under the bed. It's just been tucked there. It looks like it has a case that was just kind of shoved under the bed. And you don't necessarily, you know, well, no, I have already heard what your language is. You can't understand anything if you pull out this thing and unscroll it.
Does it make noise?
No,
Oh, okay.
not.
You can't understand it. Made me feel like I was
I'm sorry,
listening
you
to it.
can't read it. You can't read it if you
Okay.
if you unroll it.
All right. I'm going to dump out all of my silver and copper and replace them approximately coin for coin
Go ahead.
with gold.
That's
So
fine.
I'm dumping out, how many gold pieces did you say were
There's
there?
2,200 gold pieces in this chest.
Okay, so I'm just dumping out 2,200 silver and replacing them with gold
Fine.
because I have a lot of
Yep.
silver on me.
Fine. Easily done. Not easily, it takes you some time, but you've got it done. Okay. Mary
I
goes
got
back.
way richer just now.
And that all occurred. What do you guys wish to do over in the other room? I know Ang was leaving. Elva, what's Elva doing? I haven't checked in with Elva in a while.
Hopefully coming over to see me.
Yeah, I think Mary's coming to find me. Otherwise, I wasn't doing much other than keeping an eye on things and people, making sure no aggressive actions have happened.
Seems to be a relatively peaceful place at this point. There is a bit of quiet now. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll get Alva.
Yeah, I'm happy to help if you think I
Vela,
can.
Vela has a question for you, if you don't mind coming along this way.
Sure.
All right. I'll just move you both over there. Boop. Oh, nope. I've got the wrong thing. All right. You're over here now. And what are the and Elva, you actually, what do you got for languages?
Common and Sylvan and Celestial.
It is none of those languages.
I don't recognize this at all.
Kind of funny, actually. What has occurred?
Yeah, I guess I'll just throw another language. I'm sure it's not, but Abyssal and Draconic.
It's not. There are two people who I know can read this who haven't looked at the actual scroll.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we do have two people with us who can read every language.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
and there are two other people who can read this specific language also. Well, no, one other person who can't read every language. Because this one's giant.
I'm
Oh,
giant.
wait, she can read giant.
Right, but you didn't ask her to look at the scroll you found under the bed.
Oh, the scroll you're
Oh,
seeing.
the
Okay.
scroll, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being a dick about it, but yeah, as you all get back in, if you're all moving over there is actually kind of what I'm asking.
I'm not. I'm going to
Okay.
stay. I don't know where these things lead, so I'm staying with my bow, looking
Okay.
down the tunnel that I'm standing at. I
Okay.
figured they'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'm no help up there.
So if Nubin gets over there, he can read every language now. If Aang wishes to share, Aang can read it.
I'll go help.
Okay.
I'm continuing to weave in of this area.
Okay.
At some
Like
point, I
up
would
and up.
get there, depending on whether or not they're going to share any of that.
You are finding Aang. I kind of get the sense you're looking for any signs of a thread, and you see nothing that would lead you towards a thread. The best thing the best data you have right now is the fact that I don't. Did he? This is an important plot point that I'm not certain of. Is Mary shared that she knows, like, gut-wise where it is?
Mary isn't sharing with Aang
Okay.
because Mary doesn't trust Aang.
Okay.
So even when she's trying to get someone to read what Vela has,
She didn't say what
she
it was.
wouldn't ask him. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm being very intentionally.
So
And
Aang,
intentionally said Vela has something she wants you to look at without giving away anything more.
okay.
Yeah.
So there's.
I'm trying to be vague because no offense, Adam, but I
Well,
don't trust Aang, so I don't want to give him any more information.
Got it. Okay, so Aang has no idea that you know that you're not in the right location for the thread anyway.
As far as I know, I'm
as
not.
far,
I'm not mentioned
yeah,
him
you
today.
don't have any idea of Aang's abilities, but you have not given him any indication that you guys know you're going
I'm not sharing
in and
anything.
around.
Yeah, I've actually
Gotcha.
stayed away from him quite a bit, so
Gotcha.
almost
Perfect.
intentionally.
Understood. Um, so, and I know we are past pumpkin time. Tony, are you okay for like 15 minutes more?
Sure.
Okay. Um, so, uh, once, like, if Newman's like, oh, I'll help, uh, it's the scroll is rolled out, and anybody who can read giant in the room would recognize that this gives the history of the giants' agreements with Lolth.
Oh, that's useful information.
So,
Seems that way, yes.
the hill giants, some time ago, were promised a permanent home with plenty of quote unquote little folk to do their work in exchange for driving out all Underdark creatures below the hill, and also for safeguarding a thread. That thread is now in your possession. The frost giants were given 3 white dragons uh,
Hmm.
to be used as needed in exchange for safeguarding the thread. The Jarl was very young when he made this deal and now has regrets. King Snur of the Fire Giants made no deal and agreed to serve willingly. The Stone Giants were given knowledge of the history of Earth in exchange for a debt to be paid at a future date. The Stone Giants have recently decided that they have met the terms of that deal, and they have just informed Snur that they are no longer participating. The Storm Giants have never made a deal and are to be mistrusted. The Cloud Giants gamble. There was one Cloud Giant who made who gambled and lost and had to enchant a weapon that kills giants and must deliver it to the drow. The wager was a game of illusions and subterfuge. It lasted for hundreds of years until Loth eventually was shown. Blah blah blah. There's a whole lot. The Cloud Giants produced Waith around 700 years ago to get her to leave, but she left Waith with them until it was time for them to produce it. Several Cloud Giants have sworn allegiance to Lolth. Several others have sworn to fight Lolth. That's the gist. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anything I'm like any of that seem overly vague? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Only thing is 3 white dragons. We saw 2.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Plus an egg.
And an egg.
Egg,
Yeah.
maybe that counted.
That was a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, maybe they have a long gestation period.
Yeah.
Or you walked by one.
Or we walked by it. Nice.
Your way out might be perilous. Okay. So that is what you find in the chest, is this sort of contract history. And as it's being read, because this comes sort of from this like mystical tapping into human soul, human knowledge for Newman, you know this was written by stone giants. So the fact that it's in what you assume is the Cloud Giants room at this point is, I'm sort of Deus Ex Machina that, but that is, might be a point of interest, perhaps.
This is the scroll, or this is the thing in the chest?
The thing in the chest was just cash and a note. The note is not written in giant, and that's why you
Right.
might need And
So
then
now I've
and
got
then
noob
and
in.
then Elva looked at it and went, I don't know that.
So I would probably eventually go get noob.
Well, Noob's there because he's now reading the scroll, and Noob read the scroll, and now if he looks at that, Noob can read in Undercommon, um, you have been rewarded richly for your services, uh, more honor to your name, more prestige in your clan is coming. And then there's a little bit there that is implied that this was not intended for the, this was intended, like, ugh, I should be more clear about this. It's basically what it says is this is meant to sweeten the deal for Jarl Grugnor of the Frost Giants. Like, they feel like there's a bit of, you have been given your dragons. Here's a little bit more to reward you for your loyalty. Dear Grugnor, let's put that on there. Dear Jarl Grugnor, thank you for your service. Here's a little bit to sweeten the deal.
Here's
So-
a little something, something for the effort.
Right. Does that track? Does that make sense for everybody? Sorry, I winged that little bit there as far as what it said. I knew what I wanted to say. I just didn't say it well. I didn't write it out before I shared it.
Fucking name, man.
Fucking A. All right. Are you guys all in that room at this point, or are you? I know Mary's not. Mary is watching the all the confluence of pathways coming into this area.
Yeah, I think I would have hung out because I don't. Once I realized I don't really understand the language, I'd be listening, but I'd be like hanging out with Mary probably.
Okay.
My demon is gone, so is my star. I'm assuming. Well, I guess it like hangs around for an hour, so the demon would just be there, kind of like keeping guard.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm
Nice.
just here to hang out. With Elva's passive perception, in a quiet moment, you can hear the sounds of snoring, but it's not a loud, ridiculous snore. It's a quiet, peaceful sleep.
Where?
It's sort of traveling down in this direction because it's echoing out of the chamber. But it's quiet. It's very quiet. The folk over here, you guys all have like tens, and I know Robespierre's past perception's like a 10. What's Ang's? It's 12, right? And then Mary's is like a 14.
18.
18.
Come on.
Okay.
Give
All
me
right.
credit.
Sorry, I overestimated it.
I'm
not
not a 20, but I'm not.
I overestimated
Ouch.
it once, and then I started detracting. Actually, Mary, you can hear it too.
Okay.
From this direction, you hear a quiet, somewhat feminine-sounding snore, but but big.
Someone is a deep sleeper.
I feel a little ridiculous holding my bow up in case. Well, maybe they'll be sleepwalking or something, and I'll be ready. I don't know, but. I mean,
I'll
I
relay
feel
that
like
to-
that's the direction we need to go next.
Mhm.
But if I don't know if everybody's ready to move on. So
Or we need to go away from it because your instinct lies elsewhere. We could avoid
There's-
it.
But
if
but
it's
you're
not
the
the
one
right
that was
direction.
saying we need to find a way to loop around. I'm not seeing
We
too many other
do.
ways, but I'm not
Right.
very investigating. So
Well,
if
I think we
anybody
need to go that way, but yes, I that does seem roughly the direction we need to go to get where your instinct was telling you. So
I just
suppose-
don't know if there's any other. I mean, I haven't explored all the passages, so if other people wish to, I can just stay here in case our snorer wakes up.
I think we should advise everyone to quietly move southward, and then we'll see if we can better judge where the snoring is coming from.
All right. I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing, Ed, but when it was pinged, it looked like it was down the road right in front of me, right? Like to the west.
Oh, I
I'm
can't see you.
I,
Yeah.
I'm
So,
I am saying that the sound is coming from around here.
okay. And that's
That's not a
the
way through.
area
I
that
can't
I'm
even get there.
I
guarding.
will shift ping it.
Well, it won't matter because I'm in a room where I can't see that space.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I realize
Like
that's
I
where
can
it's
see
coming from.
where you're pinging.
Okay.
Because there are other options coming out of that room, but from where I'm standing, they just look like rooms too. So I don't really know.
I'll
I
ping
mean, we'd have to
again.
investigate more. And Robin's very cognizant of the fact that we're coming to the end of
Yes.
this time.
Right.
So I don't want to be like, let's start talking about, like where we're going and what's going
Yeah.
on. So,
So pick up from here in 2 weeks' time. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that sounds
yeah.
good.
Okay. So you guys have cleared out the guard entryway into the main hall and destroyed an Oni emissary. Uh, and
To us, somebody who wanted to talk
and
with.
and a cloud giant emissary who very clearly was not going to back down. Kind of a zealot. And so you are now outside of what probably can be. You look around, you see some of the aesthetics. It matches the cloud giant uh, uh, belongings. You are just now have searched the cloud giant's chambers and hear a light snoring from an entryway out to the southeast. Knowing, however, that your quarry is to the southwest or southeast. Sorry, this is to the southwest. God, I do this. I'm an appraiser, and that's a problem. Um, uh, the snoring is coming from the southwest. You know your eventual quarry is to the southeast. Um, and that's where we'll pick it up in 2 weeks' time on February 5th. And thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate the people who stopped by for the first time. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. And have a good night, everybody. Until we play again, which I don't think is until I think it's Call of Cthulhu on Sunday is the next time we're playing a week from now. I don't think we have a roleplay give stream until next Sunday, and so until then, roll some dice, play some games, give us some time to treasure if you got it to meaningful causes. Have a great night, everybody.